of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates! Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Victory Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM and Greenville 104.1. In Washington, we are on 1250 at 930. We are on PR927FM.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube as we are streaming live, and you can chime in to the show there and be a part of the show with any questions, comments, concerns, birthdays, anniversaries. Check out our YouTube page, Pirate Radio TV. We got a lot of great videos up there, including last night's post-game comments from ECU head basketball coach Joe Dooley, also Mike Houston, his press conference from earlier this week, and some Pirate players coming up tonight. Check it out. We'll have the words of Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell as they get set for Memphis coming up this Saturday at noon. We'll be with you 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you right up to that noon kickoff. So an early morning edition of the show coming up on Saturday. Looking forward to that. We will talk some Pirate football on today's program as former ECU tight end Bryce Williams will join us in the Pirate Radio studios at 5 o'clock. Bryce will talk football. We'll talk about him cursing on the fifth quarter. We'll talk about what he's been doing in the woods because he shared a picture with me. Looks like he got him a buck in the last week. So he's going to have a good story for Pirate Radio Outdoors coming up at 5 o'clock. Troy D will be alongside. Wager McGhee joins us at 4 o'clock to talk college football and NFL. We'll visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, in about 20 minutes or so. But right now, we will kick off the show as we did last Wednesday with the head football coach of the J.H. Rose Rapids, Will Bland, former Pirate wide receiver, now the coach at J.H. Rose, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Will, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I wanted to keep it rolling, Will. We got to stick with what works. So we talked to you at 3 o'clock last Wednesday. You got to win on Friday night. So I'm superstitious when it comes to sports. How about you? We got to keep the mojo going.
I agree. We around here we try to keep some of the same thing going, especially like eating at a certain time and food travel when we travel. So yeah, we're pretty superstitious here at Rose.
Were you as a player at East Carolina, wide receiver? Did you have any game day superstitions? And how about as a coach now, Will? Did you anything you have to do before every game?
Depends. I know when we travel away, I normally drive my truck away, so that's one thing that I don't ride the bus away. And then home games, I normally set up a lot of stuff with the football field, try to do it myself out there, and then make sure I get a shower before the game starts.
Yeah, got to do those same game day routines, so you'll be ready to go come kickoff time. A win over Croatan last week, 45-24. Will, what went right for the Rampants last Friday night in your round one victory?
Well, it started off pretty not so right. We're down 24-17 at half, but I thought that our coaches made some great halftime adjustment. We got the kids refocused, and then we came out the second half and played rampant football, which been accustomed to seeing. So I thought they did great at refocusing themselves and getting that win.
Second half adjustments are key in last week's victory. Will, Havelock obviously, but New Bern, Conley, South Central, your conference opponents. How easy, how difficult is it to get film to know about your playoff opponents when it comes to Croatan and when it comes to Terry Sanford? Is there video out there for you available? Do you talk to other coaches in the area? How do you kind of prepare for these teams you haven't seen all year?
Well, ever since they came out with Huddle, Huddle has been a great thing in North Carolina, across the country, because it allows the coaches to just go ahead and send video through the internet. So basically, we just call the head coach up. We trade film with them, and most of the time we trade like at least 2 films. The game we had and the game before, and we get those film. And if you know some of you, coaching carriers, so a lot of people in there, you can get film of other games for different other coaches. So it's pretty easy to get some film of these teams.
Yeah, things have changed in that regard with technology. Will, how about your players? I've talked to current Pirate players that join us Mondays on the Players Lounge. Some of them live in the film room. Some of them kind of had to learn how to watch film because they didn't do it a lot in high school. So how prevalent is that for your players, Will, getting them to learn how to watch film, learn how to see what the opponent's going to do?
It's pretty tough. Our players want to watch film, but like you said, you got to teach them how to watch film. A lot of our players, they go up there and they'll watch themselves, or watch what other teams are doing. So you got to try to teach them how to watch film. We do a lot as the coaches. I think this year we really haven't really stressed that part of it. I think we do it all as coaches, but to get them ready for the next level, we got to somehow teach them, hey, this is how we watch film, this is what you do, this is how you break down, this is how you become a better player. So we got to do a better job at that as coaches here at Rose, but I think our coaches got to do a good job of watching film and then preparing our players for that next opponent.
Will Bland joining us on the Fixed NC live line, hoping for a big crowd Friday night. It'll be J.H. Rose and Terry Sanford. On the talk of film, what have you seen from Terry Sanford, Will? What do they do, Will?
Well, they run the ball, and they run the ball pretty well. I think they throw the ball at least 5 times a game, but they're more of a running team. They want to keep the ball, try to grind the clock out, try to make you more one-dimensional. So we got to be able to stop the run, which we didn't do well into the second half. So we got to make sure we come out early and be able to control the line of scrimmage, get them in a long situation, and then we just rely on the offense to put some points up.
All right. How about your side, Will? What do you want to clean up from last week? You mentioned a few things there, stopping the run, but how about your team? What is practice? What's been the focus of practice this week for the Rampants?
Well, focus of practice has been basically executing on offense, and I thought we did a great job. I think we scored every possession, but the last one, I think, just make sure we clean up, make sure we don't turn the ball over, which we did a good job again last week, not turn the ball over, make plays, be able to get in the open space for the offense, and then, as always, blocking on the line of scrimmage for our 2 running backs that we have. And then defense, again, hey, we got to stop the run. That's the main thing we have to do. We have to stop other teams from running the ball on us, get them to throw the ball, because I think we are pretty good in the back half of our team. Our secondary is pretty good. So we can get that going and, get some turnovers like we did last week, and then we'll come out victorious, and that's the goal, winning in advance.
Well, you love playoff experience at this time, whether it's coaching experience, but especially playing experience. And again, this is your second playoff run in the 2021 calendar year. So not only has your team been in the playoffs, they've been in the playoffs earlier this year. How much do you think that helps as you get into these practice weeks, these survive in advance mode? How much does it help that you've been here before?
Oh, it helps a lot. Our kids went into last year. We got put out the first round. It didn't go well for a lot of kids. A lot of kids were disappointed. And I think they helped us a little bit this week as we were down 24-17, and you can see the look in their eyes like, hey, this can't happen. We can't go get put out the first round. We ignited some of that fire that they had in them. So, you know, it was a test. I think we battle tested with this conference that we're in. I think the kids are able to experience more since we had some tough games this year, and then be able to adjust to that on the field during game time. So we want to advance. Some of these seniors been here for 4 years. It's the first time they've been in the second round, so it's an exciting time for everybody, and I hope we can keep it rolling.
That's awesome. Will Bland joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Coach, good luck on Friday night. Get a win, and we'll meet back here next Wednesday at 3. How about that?
All right, sounds good. I look forward to it, as always.
All right, man. Thank you, Will. There's Will Bland joining us today to kick off a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Another week of the high school huddle coming up with Morgan Ehlers, 6 o'clock right here on Friday. Unfortunately, no D.H. Conley football this Friday. Their season came to an end, and a wild one in Durham last week against Hillside. Wes Hines told us that it was the longest game last Friday night, as there were a lot of points back and forth and a lot of passing, so a lot of time stoppages, and that one went late into the night. In fact, Chandler, your game that you called, Whiteville, you said had a running clock in the second half, right? So you were able to get out of there pretty quick last Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, the game ended about 9:20. The game starts at 7:30, so
yeah.
It was less than 2 hours. And the rule is in high school, if the deficit is 42 in the second half, there is a continuous clock, and Whiteville had a 42-0 lead going into halftime. So it was basically 24 straight minutes of football in the second half, so it got done quick.
Who do the Wolfpack have this week?
They have the Tigers of James Keenan this week.
Okay. And what happened in the Brandon Simmons Chandler Honeycutt Bowl? Who won from your high schools?
Brandon Simmons' Hopton Wildcats beat my Lakewood Leopards. But the Leopards got the win in the regular season, and they just played a couple of weeks ago, because we usually play Hopton. They're considered a rival of ours, so they play toward the tail end of the season. And
I don't like when they do that in the playoffs.
Yeah, and
match you up with a
we just
rival
played
like
them like 2 or 3 weeks ago and got the win at Hopton. Had to go back to Hopton, and this time the Wildcats win. So,
all right, good stuff there, Chandler. We were in Minji's Coliseum last night.
Yes, we were. Not courtside.
not even close.
Nope. But it was still great seats.
They were fantastic seats. Thanks to Billy Weaver for the upgrade. Originally, we were going to be in section 213. Instead, we were in the purple seats, as they're called. So we had a nice comfy view of the actions going on the court. We might get into detail on that when Jalen's here.
Yeah,
because he was kind of involved in it. We had our very own Seinfeld episode last night, where Chandler and I went from good seats in the Clip Rock Junior 213 section to screw that, we're going to upgrade and go courtside, to wait a minute, there's no courtside seats, to nearly being locked out of Minji's and not having any tickets.
Watching people go by us saying enjoy the game, not knowing if we would be able to enjoy the game ourselves. It was hilarious.
Quite a scene. I tell you what, Shirley, we're going to get to Jeff Charles here in a few moments, but first, let's hear a little bit of Joe Dooley after last night's East Carolina victory over South Carolina State. Was not the most aesthetically pleasing victory, if you were there. I will say, shout out to the students. They have been filling up the boneyard quite well for football, and the lower bowl last night was nearly full.
It was filled,
and it was loud. And kudos to the students and the folks at ECU for, I guess, marketing and letting people know that there is a game. Come on out and see the Pirates play. It was one of the biggest, season opening lower bowl crowds I might have ever seen in Minji. So that was a positive sign. You just hope the team plays a little better next time and gives people something to get excited about and go out there and root for. But man, I'll just say personally, it was awesome to watch live sports like that. Like, I hadn't been to a football game this year. Was at the Greenville Regional, of course, which was amazing. But we talked a lot about the band yesterday. And to hear the live college pep band got me fired up. Troy D has a great video of it that he put out on social media of the band playing. And such a big part of the atmosphere, of the just the whole scene is that pep band. So that was fun. Really enjoyed it. And let's hear what Joe Dooley had to say after last night's victory.
Opening game, I thought South Carolina State did some, Tony had them turned up and did some really good things. Thought they played with good pace. I said to our guys, I wasn't very impressed by what we did tonight. We didn't play like we're capable of, which was disappointing. I think some of that's attributed to South Carolina State's effort and some of the things, but we did some things I hadn't seen all preseason, which was a little concerning, and maybe those are things we can correct. But I saw a lot of things I hadn't seen in the preseason. I hope I don't see them again.
Well, when the live bullets start flying, you see your team play differently. That happened to Joe Dooley last night in the East Carolina victory. Johnny Gardner, we call him our basketball guy here on Pirate Radio Live. He says on Facebook Live, you never know how the first game is going to go for either team. Lots of upsets last night. That is true. He says, I'll take the win and regroup for Friday night. And Johnny is not just a faux basketball guy. He is a real basketball guy, because last night, as I was waiting for Billy Weaver...
He was one of the people that passed.
Because neither Chandler or myself had tickets after we did have tickets, so we were waiting for Billy Weaver to let us in. Johnny Gardner was one of the several people that walked by and introduced himself, and I said, hey, you're a real basketball guy. You're at the game.
There's local politics, bud.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff involved. So, Johnny, good to see you last night. And good to see a Pirate victory last night, no matter how ugly it was.
I was thinking that I was going to have to go searching for some cardboard and
need
2 tickets. I thought we were going to have to scalp tickets last night.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
After like 15 minutes earlier, bragging that we had courtside seats on a radio show.
We went from way too many tickets, so much so that we were like burning our regular tickets.
We gave our 1 ticket away to our intern.
I gave him 2.
Made fun of him, saying, go play in the kids' lounge or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's in the game enjoying a hot dog and a beer while we're sitting outside hoping that we can get in.
I had 2 more paper tickets. I was just using those for firewood or to wipe my butt with, because who wants those seats, right? We went from that to nearly not having any. We thought we were courtside talking junk. There was never courtside seats. I misunderstood a phone call from Rooster Neck Billy Weaver, but then Weave got us in the nice purple section, so we were good to go.
Thanks, Weave.
It was quite a comical turn of events, though. It's just a lesson. Don't take things for granted. The grass isn't always greener, right? Just stick with what you got. That's the lesson we learned last night.
That's right.
That's the lesson. All right.
Settle with what you got.
Just settle, folks. Don't shoot for the stars. Just settle where you are in life. Joe Dooley was asked, was he pleased with the team's tempo last night?
I thought we played well in transition at spurts. A lot of it was I was more concerned about the way we guarded in transition. We gave up 7 layups in the first, and that's a drill we do every day. It seemed like we were sort of caught a little bit off guard, and I don't know whether it was our speed or our lack of getting back and corralling the ball, but we gave up 7 layups in the first half, and at one point they were shooting 58%. Now we got it down to the low 30s or the mid 30s before the half, but saw some things that really concerned me that we hadn't done all preseason.
Joe Dooley was asked, does he expect it'll take a little time for his team to play well together? Got a lot of newcomers via transfer portal, freshmen, and of course the returners as well. So mixing them all together, will that take time to get them to play as one?
There's an acclimation process, but there's also some throw the ball to an open guy, make an easy play. If the guy next to you is a little bit more open, throw it to him. When you shoot 32, 22, and 57. I mean, some of those are also constant. I mean, we missed 5 in a row from the free throw line at one point with guys that can shoot the ball. I think it was a little bit of an adjustment. I asked the guys before, and I actually asked we talked about it as a staff, was it going to be different playing in front of a crowd? And our guys said it was, but does it affect your play that much? It shouldn't, hopefully. We're going to play in some pretty big crowds, so if that one affects us, we better get used to it quickly.
And Dooley's not going to use any of these things as excuses, and I'm not going to sit here and do it either, because you look across the country, everybody has a new roster. It's very rare to see like I'll use St. Bonaventure as a team. They have a ton of starters coming back, which is why they're ranked in the top 20 going into the season. There are very few teams like that. The team we played last night had a ton of new guys and a new coach, so we're going to see that night in, night out. So everybody's going through it. So that's not an excuse for East Carolina that they have new faces as to why they may struggle. All right, let's take a break. We will come back and we will hear from the voice, Jeff Charles. We'll talk Pirate hoops. We'll talk Pirate football. Jeff Charles has been doing a lot of painting lately. A lot of strokes. Because the Pirates have been winning games.
What is he, Sherwin-Williams or somebody?
Hey,
look at Sherwin-Williams over here.
We got Bob Ross over here.
Yeah, look.
Painting us a pretty little picture.
Trees.
Hey, Vincent Van Gogh. Didn't know you were here.
Hey, where's your ear?
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, prick.
Freaking prick.
Shirley, you know any painters? Hey, we got Andy Warhol over here. Hey.
The only one I'm ever familiar with is Bob Ross.
Bob Ross over here.
We got Standard Shirley over here. Sticking to the basics.
We got Basic B Shirley over here.
Oh, Basic B.
Yeah, well, I can tell you a way to stick it, too.
Jeff Charles joins us after this.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will you feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Rock on Wednesdays. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Coming up tonight at Sports Trivia, one of my regulars, we do this from time to time, will be guest hosting. He came up with the questions. He's a school teacher. He's very meticulous and sometimes annoying. The questions are so intricate, but I've told him to ease up on that. So it'll be a fun game tonight, a challenging game at Sports Trivia. I will be participating. CNC Answer Factory will be back, Shirley. That is the name of our team. I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do appreciate that.
And Chandler is kind of he's a journeyman, kind of a Fitzmagic type, where he will float from team to team if I'm playing. Yeah. If I play, you sometimes come with us. But you also have your regular team.
100%.
But you're not fully a member of. You're kind of on like a 10-day NBA contract with those guys. Or am I wrong? Do you consider yourself a member of that team fully?
Absolutely.
Well, then you should play with them tonight and not me.
But see, I don't get a chance to play with you a lot, man. And I really enjoy playing with you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
8 o'clock tonight. Come on out. See if you can beat me. You probably can, because I have not won in a long time. Because we got some bigger sports nerds than me that attend, that are aces. So, and asses, but mostly aces. So come on out tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll have a good time. We got tons of stuff on the tube. Our Crappy Hornets will be playing.
Is that 8 or 9? Is that 8 or 9 o'clock?
I'm going to say 8, but I don't know.
We need to win on this road trip. It's the last chance.
We've got, we were talking last week. What is it, 5-game West Coast road trip? And we were like, we need to get, 2 and 3. I'll take 2 and 3.
2 and 3 would be great.
But let's go 3 and 2.
By the way, it's 8 o'clock.
They're about to go 0 and 5. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard, Buck. We've got Maction tonight, college football, college basketball, NBA, Hurricanes, nice win last night over Tampa Bay. We got NHL going on, so we'll have everything wherever, and we can get a game on that you want to see coming up tonight at AJ McMurphy's. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the voice, Jeff Charles. He joins us after Paint One Purple last night. Voice, how you doing on this Wednesday?
Cliff, I'm doing great. Of course, it's double duty time. The Pirates played basketball yesterday, and then on to Memphis coming up on Friday for the game on Saturday, then back home on Sunday for another basketball game against Western Carolina. So we knew this was going to be a very busy week, and it has started on a positive note with ECU coming up with that victory yesterday, 70-62 over South Carolina State. So maybe the Pirates can go for the trifecta this week. Clip, and win a couple of basketball games and a football game. That would make it a great week.
Well, for years, Jeff, the paint was getting a little stale, but you might run out of paint with all the Pirate victories you've been calling lately. 2 wins in a row on the football field, and then not a pretty one last night, but a win is a win. Pirates start the season 1-0 in hoops. Let's start there, Jeff. And Joe Dooley after the game, I know in particular that the Pirates weren't great shooting free throws last night. And Joe Dooley was asked by Stephen Igo, did that surprise you, 16-27 from the line? And Joe said, well, a lot of stuff surprised us tonight. He saw some things, Jeff, I guess he didn't see a lot of during practice that he doesn't want to see again during a game. But I guess that's what happens when you see those live bullets for the first time. Guys react different when there's a crowd, when the lights are on, and they just got to, this is game 1 of a whole lot of games. So Joe Dooley expects to see some improvement from his guys moving forward.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Plus, there were a lot of new guys out there. Plus, there were some guys he's counting on did not play last night. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things. But I think we were all a little bit disappointed. I know I was, Cliff. I thought the guys would play a little bit better. Now, I did not expect a 35-point blowout because as we were looking at South Carolina State here the last couple of days, they brought in some talented transfers. And I believe that Coach Matlock's going to do a nice job down there, and I think he's going to be a really good head coach. So I thought the Pirates would play better and get the win, but I didn't expect them to blow South Carolina State out, and that's certainly not what happened. I mean, that game was up for grabs with still a couple of minutes to go in the contest, as everybody who listened to the game or saw the game at Williams Arena Minji's Coliseum yesterday can attest to. So, yeah, they've got a lot of work to do. The shooting was not good. The free throw shooting wasn't good. 3-point shooting was 22%. For the game, they shot just over 30%. So, yeah, they've got a lot of work to do. And, again, you've got so many new pieces. It's just going to take a while, I think, for them to mesh together. When this offense is doing a good job, I mean, they move the ball crisply, and that's what Joe really wants to see, with guys really, in the half-court offense executing extremely well. And I don't think we saw that a whole lot last night. Again, I think it's because so many new parts are out there. I think they'll get better with that, and I think they'll come out and play better, hopefully, against Canisius on Friday. Canisius is a program that's got really good tradition, and I think they're picked in the top half of their league, and they've got a couple of really good players. So they're not going to be easy. There just aren't any easy games. As you well know, Clip, there just aren't any easy games out there. And we saw that last night. We'll probably see it Friday, and I think we'll probably see it on Sunday when Western Carolina comes in. I've been doing my homework for that game as well. They've brought in a lot of talented junior college guys and some other 4-year transfers, and they beat Bowling Green at home last night in Cullowhee. And they're a much improved ball club under Justin Gray, the former Wake Forest outstanding guard who was a guard. Remember, Justin Gray was with Chris Paul at Wake Forest. Well, he's in his first year now as the head coach at Western. So, you know that with his name and with his contacts, he'll bring in good players. So, again, it's never easy, and he'll bring in a good ball club on Sunday, too.
Jeff, one of the bright spots last night, Brandon Johnson, and again, I go back to the conversation we had with Antoine Jackson, assistant coach for the Pirates a couple weeks ago, when I asked him, who maybe is flying under the radar that we're not talking about right now, and he talked about Brandon Johnson and his hustle, his effort, diving on the floor for loose balls. If one thing did translate from practice to the real game, it was Brandon Johnson. We saw that on display last night. Finishes with 11 points, 13 rebounds, and he got his 4 fouls because he goes 100 miles an hour every single play. A major bright spot for this team, Jeff. You need a guy that's going to do the dirty work, and man, if he can score you double figures night in, night out, you'll absolutely take that. But he's a player, and just look, one thing we love is effort, right, Jeff? To go out and see a guy going 100%, and it looks like we're going to get that in the young kid Brandon Johnson.
Well, what I like about him, too, Cliff, is he's bouncy, and he's athletic, and he can score around the basket, and he can defend, and he's long. He's 6'8", and so he has a lot going for him. And as I watched practice a couple of times here in the last couple of weeks, all the coaches and some of the players on the team were telling me about this kid, and they said, hey, this guy's a player. And so we saw it up close and personal last night. And it just goes to show some guys fly under the radar. He had a good career at Rollsville High School and then went down to Brunswick Community College last year for just a year. Did not have big numbers down there, but you can tell what a talent that he is. And the Pirates are fortunate that they were able to get his services here to Greenville. So, yeah, I'm really excited about Brandon because of his athleticism and his work ethic, and I think he's got a very bright future here.
Jeff Charles joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. Pirates 1-0 after knocking off South Carolina State last night in hoops. Couple of games coming up Friday and Sunday, and then they'll head off to Myrtle Beach, Oklahoma, going to await the Pirates there when they go down to South Carolina. So it's a ton of games coming up here in the month of November. Jeff, before we get to football, and there's probably people out there asking, why are you going to bring up Jaden Gardner? He's not a Pirate anymore. Well, I'm a Jaden Gardner fan after how hard he worked and all he did here at ECU. I'm going to root for Jaden Gardner. And last night, Jeff, a typical Jaden Gardner game. 18 points, 10 rebounds, led the team in scoring, led the Virginia Cavaliers in rebounds, made his free throws 4 of 5. And lost the game to Navy, who he's lost to during his time here at East Carolina. It's almost like the guy is cursed, Jeff. He continues to do what he can do to help his team win, but rough start there in Charlottesville for Jaden Gardner last night. The midshipmen take down the Cavaliers last night.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see that score. Definitely surprised. I guess that was the upset of the night, Clip, but happy for Jaden. And if you're a Jaden Gardner fan, make it two of us, because I'm a Jaden Gardner fan as well. He's just a terrific young man, and my goodness, his work ethic and how hard he practices and plays in games and has a dedication to the sport. You have to be a fan of Jaden Gardner and his work ethic. And so, yeah, he had a big game. Double-double his first time out for Virginia, so really happy to see that for Jaden Gardner, and hopefully he'll go on and have some more big games. It'll be interesting to see what kind of games he has against the Dukes and the North Carolinas of the world this year. And we'll see, if he can put up those kinds of numbers against that kind of competition. But he's off to a great start, and really happy for Jay.
Jeff, let's talk some Pirate football. East Carolina 1 win away from getting that 6th win and returning to bowl eligibility for the first time since 2014. And to do so, they'll have to knock off Memphis, Navy, or the Cincinnati Bearcats. It starts with Memphis Saturday at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. local time there in Memphis, as Jeff will be on the call. So that's an early start, Voice. We were talking to the players on Monday. I think they have a breakfast scheduled for 7 o'clock, so they're going to be getting up in the 6 o'clock hour to get loose and get ready for that 11 a.m. local time kick. How about the Voice? What's your Saturday morning look like, Jeff?
It looks like a 6 a.m. wake-up call, and leaving the hotel at 6:30, headed to the Liberty Bowl. We have a rule on the network, Clip, that we always get to the stadium 3 hours before airtime or 4 hours before kickoff, because we do that 1 hour pregame show. So David Horn and I usually go first, and then Marty and Kevin come later. But David and I will decide probably on the flight going down there exactly when we're going to leave the hotel, but I can assure you it'll be around 6:30, and we'll get to the stadium at 7 a.m., and hopefully the gates will be unlocked. I know it'll still be dark down there when we get there. We always joke about going to a game at Houston. The last time we went there, not this past a couple weeks ago, but the time we went there the year before, or 2 years before, whenever it was, and getting to the stadium, and it looked like it was a night game, and the lights were on, the band was out there on the field practicing, and it was like 7 a.m. So sometimes you had these 11 o'clock starts, Clip, as you know, in the Central Time Zone, and that's what we have coming up this week. So, yes, it'll be a very early game, but I like early games because that means you get back at a reasonable time, and hopefully the Pirates will be able to get back by 8:30 on Saturday night. So that's good, because then the guys can get a little rest on Saturday and get ready for what will be another big game against Navy. But, yes, it will be a very, very early start coming up on Saturday. And I was looking back at the series, Clip, and I have broadcast every game in the series between ECU and Memphis, because this series started back in 1990. So we've been to the Liberty Bowl a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Great memories there, some big wins over the Tigers, and then, of course, some really good memories, too, of Liberty Bowl appearances, especially with that Stanford victory that East Carolina had back in 1995. I still say that's one of the better victories the Pirates have ever had in the history of the program, beating a Pac-12 team in a bowl game. And that game against Stanford will always be special.
Yeah, some good memories, some bad memories there at that stadium. Jeff Charles has been on the call for him. And Igo and I were talking about it yesterday, Jeff, just these programs and the ebbs and flows and the roller coaster ride that these programs take, because and I'll go back to kind of the early to mid 2000s, D'Angelo Williams and the way he used to run on the Pirates. Chris Johnson had a game where he had over 300 all-purpose yards right there at the Liberty Bowl Stadium. We had the Liberty Bowl games against those SEC teams that didn't go our way, of course, in that stadium. But just with East Carolina and Memphis, we've seen Memphis, at their highs. We've also seen them at their lows. And you've been a part of a lot of these games, Jeff, and it's just kind of crazy how these, coaching matters, the administration matters, and we've seen that here at ECU. And, man, they've seen it at Memphis, too. They've been really high and really low over these last 15, 20 years.
Well, they really have, Clip. I mean, there was a time Memphis football just was not very good, and there were not many people going to their games at the Liberty Bowl. I remember a game, I can't tell you exactly off the top of my head what year it was, but my goodness, that stadium was empty, and they were bad, and the Pirates really had their number. The Pirates had won 7 games in a row in this series when you look back at it, and then everything started to change, and Memphis got good, and the Pirate program started to go south, and you're right, I don't care who you are, there are ebbs and flows, and I know how great Alabama is these days, but, they even hit a little bump or two in the road not that many years ago, so it just happens. It's sports, and it's cyclical, and sometimes programs are up, and sometimes they're down, and right now, I think when we look at these two teams, Clip, I hope both of these teams are, evenly matched in the game Saturday, which I think they are. These games have been mismatches before, as we talk about the history when the Pirates dominated, and then Memphis has dominated the last couple of games, and their program has gotten better. Well, I think now, coming up with this game on Saturday, you're looking at a couple of programs and a couple of teams that are evenly matched. Memphis is maybe down a notch from what they've been, and the Pirates, as we all know, they're better. So I think this has the opportunity to be a close, competitive game. I think the talent level on the field is going to be very, very even. And I think the team that gets the breaks and makes some plays, maybe in the second half, fourth quarter, will be able to win the football game on Saturday.
Jeff, these games have been so close, win or lose for East Carolina in 2021, and you haven't had to use much filler material during games. Now, you probably used up all your filler material during that wait at Houston when you were trying to get the kickoff going and get on the air. But what was it like to have a blowout on Saturday, Jeff? And you and Kevin were still calling the action, but it was one you didn't have to stress about there in the second half.
A little bit more relaxing. I saw a couple of Pirate fans on my way into the stadium at the tailgate lots, and they said, when are we going to have a game where we can just kind of sit back and not stress out about it and be a nervous wreck? And I said, well, maybe that's today, although I didn't know if that was going to happen or not, but it did happen on Saturday. Temple is really struggling, especially offensively, and the Pirates just dominated that game, as we both saw, both offense and defense. But it was fun to have a game like that, and really happy for the players that they could go out there and play and have a lot of fun in the game. And we saw some new faces get on the field. I mean, Kerry King got on the field, number 17. I had to do a double take and actually look down the list to find Kerry King the other day. Didn't know he was going to get in. And, of course, Julius Wood has been playing in the secondary for ECU here of late. So they're starting to get some other guys out on the field, trying to get them a little bit of experience. And that's what you can do when you have a blowout game like that. When these games have been so close, you can't afford to put some of these young kids into games. But that was good. It's good for team morale, too, Clip, when you get a bunch of guys into the game and everybody feels like they're contributing. And so it was good to see Mason Garcia get in. I know he wishes he had that throwback, but it was still good to get him some reps, too. So, yeah, everything was a lot of fun on Saturday. Wish more folks would have been at the game, but again, the forecast was not the greatest, and I think it kept some people away. But the people who were there were very enthusiastic, and I know everybody certainly appreciates their support.
Jeff, I did a double take when I saw that young kid who looked like a grown man in the backfield, Pop McGhee. He's got some size on him. And look, Rajay Harris and Keaton Mitchell have done such a great job and been able to stay healthy, knock on wood. We just haven't needed a third running back this year. In fact, Mitchell and Harris have traded off 100-yard games these last two games. And Keaton Mitchell voiced now 98 yards away from 1,000 would be the first 1,000-yard rusher since Ventavious Cooper in 2013. So I tell you what, I haven't seen a lot of Pop McGhee. Nobody has unless you've been at practice. But that is a big kid, Jeff, that I think if East Carolina needed him, he'd be able to give it a go in 2021. But the good news is we just haven't needed a third running back to this point.
That's right. He was a highly recruited kid coming out of Phoenix City, Alabama as well, Clip. And yes, I think they have worked with him on his conditioning a little bit and actually wanted him to lose a little bit of weight. And I think he's been able to do that. It's just such a big adjustment going from high school football to college football. And he's still learning the ropes. But you can tell he's a talented kid, and maybe they'll be able to get him a few carries here in this last third of the season. Hopefully so, because he is a kid that I think is going to figure into the plans here in a big way in the future at that running back spot. And you mentioned Keaton and the great year he is having, Clip, and he's number one in the nation in yards per carry. I mean, that is a big deal. And he's just lighting it up. And Raji's doing what he does, and that's run between the tackles and get the tough yards. And Raji can break one or two as well. He's no slowpoke. So I think we're going to see Raji here in the last three games add to his totals a little bit as well, especially if the Pirates are going to need the running game here in these last three games. So, yeah, everything's just hitting on all cylinders. Holton played great. Holton's been playing really, really well. The offensive line, I mean, they're still, banged up, but they're gutting it out. They're doing a good job week after week. The defensive line continues to add depth, and they've got Josiah Robinson back on the depth chart this week, and they really like him a lot, Clip. He's a transfer from Michigan State. He's an Ohio kid from Columbus, Ohio, and the coaches really love him, and they've got him back there on the depth chart this week. Hopefully that he'll be able to get some playing time. They tell me that he has the potential to be that edge rusher that the Pirates sorely need. So, yeah, everything right now is coming up rosy, but I'll tell you what, Clip, this thing's going to come to a screeching halt regular season-wise in the next, 16 days.
Yeah.
And the Pirates are either going to have a terrific year and go to a bowl game, or heaven forbid if they lose these last three games, then, we're talking a whole different conversation. So a lot is hanging in the balance.
Yes, sir.
In these last three games and these last 16 days.
You're exactly right, Jeff. We'll hopefully not have to worry about that, but if we do, we'll just spend all offseason looking back at UCF and Houston and South Carolina and what could have been. But the Pirates are going to take care of business, win one of these three, at least one of these three, and go to a bowl game, hopefully for the first time in a long time. Jeff, thanks for your time today. We appreciate it. Have a nice trip to Memphis, and we'll give you a call Saturday during the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
Sounds great. Thanks so much, Clip.
All right, the voice, Jeff Charles, joining us on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number one and get ready for hour number two. Wager McGhee joins us. In fact, we might go ahead and get started on some picks because we usually run out of time, so we might go longer than an hour with Wager today as we'll look at college football, NFL, and see if he's dabbled in any hoops as of yet. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Why do I run? Is it because I'm driven? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer. If you're the kind of runner who does it for the beer, this summer you can get one on us with the Michelob Ultra Beer Run. Grab your run buddies and get out there, because this summer, there's beer at the finish line. Sign up at ultrabeerrun.com and trade your miles for beer.
Sawyer's Fun Park is the place to be this holiday season. You know the kids already love it, but now the adults can have fun too. Visit the brand new expanded patio at Sawyer's Fun Park. On Wednesdays, it's karaoke. Thursday is open mic night, and Friday and Saturday evenings always feature live music. Let the kids have a blast hanging out at Sawyer's Fun Park, and now you can have as much fun too. And remember, it's never too early to buy gift cards. Sawyer's Fun Park, fun for kids of all ages, including adults. Sawyer's Fun Park on Corey Road in Winterville.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri Supply and Equipment Plus.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden of Greenville is your premium CBD provider in eastern North Carolina. Find yourself experiencing increased aches and pains as the cooler months roll in? Hemp Garden offers an assortment of pain-relieving topicals, including lotions, creams, and muscle rubs. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defensive coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Explore your pour while watching the Pirates and the Tigers this Saturday at Emporium on Dickinson Avenue. Emporium has 52 self-pour taps with the best variety of beer anywhere. This Saturday, the ECU game will be on the inside and outside TVs. Plus, starting at noon, the Last Call Pizza food truck will be on site. Emporium on Dickinson Avenue and on Facebook and Instagram. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Bryce Williams will join us at 5 o'clock. We'll talk Pirate football. We'll talk Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll talk about him using a swear word on the fifth quarter last week as well. As upper management will be here, there could be fines and suspensions levied against Bryce Williams, so tune into that at 5 o'clock. Wrapping up hour one, Jalen is taking over in the producer chair. Real quick, just a reset from yesterday. So I had some extra tickets for the basketball game last night. I offered one to Jalen. He said, give me 30 minutes, I'll make my decision. He ended up accepting my rose and taking the ticket. Then something transpired where I got a call and I was going to get upgraded to what I thought was going to be courtside. I misunderstood. It was instead kind of the club level purple seats. It was a nice seat, and I texted Jalen and said, sorry, man, I've been upgraded to courtside, so I still want you to use my ticket, but Chandler and I aren't going to be sitting with you because we're big wigs, high rollers. Well, it turns out we weren't. And we barely ended up making it in McGhee's because we both forgot our original tickets and had to wait at the door for somebody to let us in. It was a complete cluster that I created on my own. So, Jalen, did you use the ticket that I gave you yesterday, first of all? Can we get your mic on, Shirley? Can we get Jalen on? All right.
I did.
You used the ticket. You went to the game.
I did.
Did you enjoy the game?
Yes.
Did you use both of the tickets I gave you?
I could not get another person, but I did use mine.
Look, it starts with one, and that's what everybody's got to do. You got to have one, bring a friend next time. Let's get the place rocking. But, Jalen, you did say that you were, and I agree, impressed with especially the lower bowl crowd last night.
It was a pretty decent, I would say decent crowd for opening night.
And to be quite honest, the Pirates didn't give the fans a ton to cheer about. It was kind of an ugly game. But hopefully fans will come back. ECU is going to play better as the season goes on. And will you be going back to McGhee's?
Yeah, I'll be back.
That's what I like to hear right there. Good stuff. Jalen rocking the Charles Woodson jersey today, too. Looking sharp. Shirley with the Rockford Peaches hat. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? Pittsburgh Pirates today. And Wager McGhee is wearing his hoodie.
Trademark hoodie.
The trademark hoodie. Wager, good to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Good to see you.
A lot of folks happy you're back. Some aren't. Some aren't fans of you.
Chuck and Charlotte.
But I
didn't know. I mean, Igo's killing it, it sounds like. And we don't really track records. We just try to cover. We're all about quantity, not quality.
That is true.
But let's give Chuck some winners this week. That's the
This one's for Chuck.
Week. This one's for Chuck, yeah.
We're playing for Chuck today.
He's in our TMPs. I think we can get him there. I think we can give him some winners.
All right, let's, before we take a break and really get into the segment, this is like free time we have right now.
Oh, yeah.
Bonus time.
That's great.
So let's spend this 2 to 3 minutes talking ECU Memphis.
Okay.
The Pirates are, what are they now? It started at 8. It was down to 6 last time I looked. What do you got it at?
I thought it was like 5.5. I checked today. 5.5, maybe?
Get low.
5.5.
Get low. I
mean, it got jumped on right away when it gets released. And I think most people know that usually if it moves right away, that's some sharp money, unless it's been adjusted for any injuries, because I think the send out or the look ahead, whatever you want to look at it, was 8, and it moved to 6 quick. So, but I mean,
5.5. You're right.
But it should be right. I mean, ECU's on a nice little against. I mean, if you're backing ECU, they're 6-0-1 against the spread the last 7. So, why would you not be on them? Where Memphis is only 2-4 straight up and against the spread the last 6.
Pirates are perfect in true road games against the spread. True or false?
Oh, yeah. App.
We take App out.
You're taking App out as neutral?
Yeah.
But that's going to come back in when we factor in, we talk about bowl situation, and they're 0-1 in a neutral setting.
Correct. Oh, you got the Pirates in a bowl game.
We talked about it weeks ago, and you were hemming and hawing. I was jumping on board there. And
I'm not a hemmer or a hawer.
You were both, because I said, I'm calling it. They're in a bowl. And then off before, I said, I may make my first ever ECU game on 27th and just be there and rush the field when they beat Cincinnati.
Wager might be at the Cincinnati game, and he is going to unveil his appearance, his face, for the first time on the 50-yard line after the win over Cincinnati.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be a big production.
Redbeard to take, because he's usually sitting right on the 50 to take a picture of my back with a hoodie on. But maybe it's a frontal photo. Maybe it's just in a
full frontal. You going
full frontal? Maybe it's just a group photo at your tailgate event, and then people will just have to guess who I am. So
remember the streaker, Shirley? That was a long time ago. That was
Morgana.
And was it on?
She was the kissing bandit.
It was on Military Appreciation Day too, because I remember watching it, and I'm like, "Well, that's classy."
That's not how you support the troops, folks.
Yeah, we yeah.
Jaden Gardner.
I'm glad I was way up in the trailer in the sky at the time.
Couldn't see much.
Couldn't see much.
You didn't break out the binoculars?
Nah. Didn't need to.
Jaden Gardner, not a fan of the troops, or is he? Is he letting Navy beat him in basketball every year? Because it happened with East Carolina and it happened last night with Virginia. That was weird. Back to ECU Memphis. Sounds like you're taking the Pirates.
Yeah, and we talked a little. Memphis is in a sandwich, whatever you want to call it.
All right,
what are
they
your
got
favorite spots? Look ahead, sandwich.
They're a letdown opportunity from last week.
It's everything. They're off SMU, looking ahead to Houston.
A big old fat sandwich.
And they haven't been good as a favorite. They're only 1-3 against the spread as a favorite this year. So
What's your favorite sandwich?
Yeah. Oh, my favorite sandwich?
Yeah. Oh man! I tell you what,
I love the post Thanksgiving, like the
turkey
turkey stuffing, cranberry with a little light dressing of some mayonnaise on there. It's called a Bobby at some places. So
okay,
it's on the menu. I love that the Thanksgiving sandwich.
I had a Reuben from Bagel Man on Monday.
Oh yeah, Bagel Man's good.
I can't ever say I've been a huge Reuben guy, but I am now because that was awesome. And Chandler saw it, went and got one Monday. Guess what he had for lunch Tuesday? A Reuben from Bagel Man. He went back to back. Why is that relevant? Because we like the Pirates plus 5.5.
we do.
I don't know what that has to do with it.
Yeah,
but we're taking the Pirates.
I think if you look, Memphis has I saw the post somebody posted. Maybe it's Igo. Connecting all this stuff for Chuck and Charlotte here that Memphis is 30-3 straight up at home.
That was not Igo. That was Sidelines ECU.
Okay. 30-3. I don't need it to not be 31-3, right? I'm getting 5.5, and they've struggled. They beat Arkansas State by 5, who's the number 130th ranked total defense in the country. That was that 55-50 game. They lost to Temple and they lost to Tulsa, and they've kind of gotten up for since they've kind of recently, I guess, have struggled. I think they may just be kind of coasting, looking ahead to that. Not coasting, but looking ahead a little bit more to Houston next week, which is the big game for them. Not this week. They just need to slide by and win.
You like third down stats, right? And I just like saying this. East Carolina, 6th in the country, third down defense this year.
That's solid.
Under 30%.
I usually track it more in NFL than college just because it's that in red zone because if you can't, teams that are efficient in the red zone, scoring touchdowns over field goals. College, I probably don't pay as much attention to it. But
just go with me, yes, and come on.
Yes, and I did look at that total because naturally the thing is, Memphis has got a better offense, and they're 18th overall total offense. ECU's 46.
Yikes!
But on the defensive side, and the schedules are pretty similar. ECU's got the better total defense than Memphis, so it kind of evens out there a little bit. Better defense, getting points on the road in a good spot.
I know you never take unders, but would you go under here?
It feels like it's a little bit of an under because Memphis isn't playing up tempo. Their last 5 of their last 7 games have gone under. We're talking about how ECU's got a good defense, can hold them down a little bit. Last 2 games for Memphis have gone under the total, one by 19 and one game by 32 points. So the Vegas hasn't adjusted to this new. This isn't like your uncle's, Memphis, I guess we can say. So it's they're playing a little bit closer game. If they're not focused here, then you could get a lower scoring, tougher game. So
Redbeard says Chuck and Charlotte can bleep off. I'm team wager. So Redbeard doesn't like anybody. Doesn't even like me.
We won him over with and we mixed in enough NASCAR, so we won him over with some NASCAR.
And by the way, you hit a what was your future on
Kyle Larson 8-1, but the book still hasn't paid it, so it's in there. It was from March 29th. I know it now because they've asked me a couple times. I think maybe because it's over 6 months, but yeah, I forgot it was that much. I mean, I don't know what he was. That was after I think he'd already won a race, maybe.
So you usually it's the bookie or the book breaking out the crowbars to hit kneecaps. This time you are going after Bookie Man.
All I can do is live chat him, so I can't threaten him. You can only be so threatening in live chat. I can't be like the Jokic brothers.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll look at Maction tonight. College football Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some NFL as well. Wager McGhee is here for the hour. If you have a question about a game, you can bring that up on Twitter or on Facebook Live. We'll talk about it when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
If you live in Eastern Eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an Army.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, and we are excited to announce that we will be opening our second location in Winterville soon. Right now, our growing company is hiring team members for all positions for both locations. We need managers, bartenders, servers, cooks, and dishwashers. If you're looking for an opportunity to be on a fun and exciting restaurant team, then come see us today. Apply in person at Tiebreakers at Bells Fork. Check us out at tiebreakersnc.com.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Holiday time is precious. Save time and fly local at flypgv.com. Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book now at flypgv.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Wager McGhee here on a Wednesday. Man, what a great time to be a sports fan. We got a ton of games on tonight at AJ's, whether you want to watch the Hornets or another NBA team. There's a group of local rec hockey players that sit at a big table at AJ's. They're always watching the NHL games. So they'll be there tonight, I'm sure. We got Maction, we got college basketball. So it's a great night of sports. Let's talk about it from a gambling perspective. Wager, last week, dogs and overs in the MAC. I made one play, and it was Northern Illinois, and they lost as a dog. So great for me. How about this week?
Well, it continued last night, right? So
dogs and overs?
Yeah, Miami of Ohio covers the favorite. I had that. I really liked Northern last night, and they didn't cover. And then Akron's a 24-point dog was in that game and almost won it. So I think 8 Maction games so far, 3 more tonight. Dogs are 7-1 against the spread.
Oh, good. The one I picked.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Good luck. And 6 of the 8 have gone over. One last night didn't. That I don't know why. It's 34-26 right after a touchdown. Instead of kicking an extra point for Northern, they go for 2.
Is that what caused it to go under?
Yep. And they missed the. It was 60 in a hook, and they missed the 2 to stay down 8 with like 2.5 to go instead of kicking it to cut to 7, and they missed it. So it was 34-26. It stayed at 60. So that's one of the overs.
Well, let's save time. I don't need your reasoning for these. Let's just say what you like tonight.
I like Bowling Green plus 10.5. They're 7-2 against the spread. Lions haven't adjusted to them. They're covering the spread margin by almost 6 points, and they're off the best game of the year, 56-44 win over Buffalo.
They beat who? Was it Minnesota?
No, that was Miami of Ohio that beat Minnesota. But Bowling Green's hung in there. They played Tennessee tough at the beginning of the year.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, they did. They beat Minnesota 14-10.
You know what? I think you should trust me more.
Well, I should open up this big book that I have right next to me.
You know what? I have in my brain a book like that, but it's not physical. It's green. I saved the environment, saved the trees. It's all up here, buddy.
I like it. I reuse the same binder every single year. I throw sheets away. But Toledo's 1-3 straight up against last 4 straight up, and they're a 10.5 point favorite. So I like Bowling Green to stay on that trend, and I don't think you can go wrong on the over here again. Bowling Green's off a 56-point effort last week, and Toledo had a good effort last week as well. So I like that. I like the other 2. I think the wrong team's favorite. I got Northern and Kent, but they're both small dogs catching 2.5. But it goes with the dogs. I know Northern bit you last
Northern
week.
Well.
I mean, it came off. So Northern.
I think the Rod Carey stink is on Northern still.
I don't know. Northern and Kent played last week. It was 52-47 game. The week before that, Northern played a 39-38 game. It's a good Northern team. Beat Georgia Tech at the beginning of the year. It's at DeKalb, I think is how they say it in Illinois.
All right. So you're going all dogs. All dogs go to heaven.
All dogs go to heaven, and I'm going all over. Kent is going to be chucking Charlotte. I know he likes the I go free winners. Just bet it like it's already been played. That's the one I think we used to do those 100-point totals. Bet like it's already been played. We say that a lot.
Kent State, Central Michigan over 75.5.
Oh, not enough. So I mean, Kent's the number 12 offense.
I'm doing it right now.
Number 12 offense in the country, right between Oklahoma and Bama, putting up the same thing. And they played non-conference. Their number 12 is like it's MAC. Non-conference. They played Texas A&M, Iowa, and Maryland, and they are off that game last week where they scored 54. So, and in the 4-game stretch, they're 3-1 in the last 4. And those games, 48-38, 64-31, 52-47.
I just loaded up.
Good. And so number 12 total offense in the country. Central's number 36. So top 2 offenses in the MAC. And then last 2 weeks for Central, 39-38 and 42-30 games. I like Kent to win that game, and the other one we talked about, Northern, that game, whoever wins that's probably going to win that side of the MAC.
So they're at home this week, coming off a close loss. They'll bounce back and beat Ball State tonight.
Which one is that?
Northern.
Northern, yes.
All right, moving
and then
on.
Kent, yeah, if you haven't seen Crum play, he's the best quarterback in the MAC of all the guys that's thrown around. So watch Crum sling it around.
Was Kent State the team that beat Northern last week?
Yeah, 52-47.
Those Kent State uniforms were awesome. I didn't even know those were their colors.
Eastern Michigan's the tough watch because it's like the colors and the field color, that greenish, gray. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
All right, let's go chronologically. Let's talk about what's happening before Saturday. North Carolina Pitt played Thursday night. Pittsburgh, a 6.5-point home favorite. They're trying to win the Coastal, right?
Yep.
Total is 73. My God. Friday night, Cincinnati. They've been struggling. They are on the road at South Florida. Cincinnati, 23.5-point favorite, total of 57. Late night, Friday night. Hopefully I'm asleep by then because I have to get up early Saturday. But Boise State is a 13.5-point favorite against Wyoming, total 48.5. Low one there. How about these three games before we get to Saturday?
I like the over in that Pitt North Carolina game, even though it's as high as it is. Pitt kind of bounced back off the loss that they had to Miami and won 54-29. Carolina's last three games, 87, 78, and 113 the last 3 weeks. Two of the top 15, 20 teams, offensive teams in the country. But Carolina kind of in a down spot off that big Wake win. So maybe lean on Pitt, but Pitt's toughest games have really flown over and been high-scoring shootouts. Sorry, number 3 offense versus number 9 offense. The only game in the country this week with 2 top 10 offenses. And
North Carolina doesn't have a lot of interest in stopping anybody.
No, and I don't think I don't think they can. And that's the only games that Pitt hasn't gotten in a shootout with is the games where somebody feels like they can kind of slow them down a little bit. So I did like that one. We talked about that. What was
the others were Wyoming and Boise State and Cincinnati, South Florida. Anything on those? If not, we can move along.
Just so people don't think I bet all overs all the time. I like the under in that Boise Wyoming game.
48.5.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to find. I mean, you took the time to put these notes together. It'd be nice if I could find them. So anyway, yeah. So I like the under there.
You're so frazzled.
Wow. I know, it's all Chuck and Charlotte.
You've gone through them 4 times.
There it is. That. Sorry. Last 4 for Boise have been under 6 of 7 for the year. 4 of the last 6 for Wyoming. Same thing, Wyoming, if you look at, they've scored 24 and 31 last two games, but that was versus inferior competitions against Fresno and Air Force, which is comparable to Boise, kind of in competing. They scored 0 and 14 points. So I like the under in that game, 48.5. I like South Florida plus the points in the over. I'm going to try to survive in advance.
South Florida was frisky against Houston last week.
They did. They covered that one, had the over there. It helps when you get a 100-yard kickoff return to start the game. But USF is playing a little bit better. 3-1 against the spread versus pretty tough, teams they played. Played ECU, played Houston last couple weeks. And you look overall,
ECU covered in that game.
They did, I know, but that was the one that they didn't cover against. Lower spread though, they were catching 14. This one we're getting almost 10 more points. They lost to 22 by Florida first week of the season when Florida was a little bit different. 24 to SMU, so it's right around that number. They went to BYU and played close, only lost by 8. Cincinnati's 0-3 against the spread.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. It's too many points.
Yeah, I think so.
You talked me into it.
Okay.
I should get credit for knowing Wake Forest was going to lose last week, but still taking Wake Forest, but I knew they were going to lose. So credit to me for that.
We talked about the rule, an unranked home favorite versus ranked team. We may have that with Michigan and Penn State. That game's right around pick 1, whatever else. It's going to be tough to jump on Penn State and take that, but it's almost automatic. You have to take it.
All right, so how about this week? That was not a conference game, which I didn't realize last week. NC State, Wake Forest, the winner of this game will be in the driver's seat to win the Atlantic, right? So yes, this is a huge game.
This is basically for the Atlantic, but it also falls into the Dream Crusher game. So, Wake's just out of it, right? They can't go undefeated. They were starting to talk about top 10, undefeated, maybe playoffs. For that reason, I love NC State in this game. So I think Wake is still going to be reeling a little bit from their loss last week. I know it's not ACC, but that's a tough loss in a time where they already were starting to change their goals for the year because they're getting the top 10 and undefeated. So I like NC State plus 2.5.
I didn't think I'd say this about a 66.5 point total, but is that too low?
I don't know.
State play defense?
Yeah, I think State will try to play defense and slow that down a little bit. I don't think they want to get into the games that Wake has gotten into with North Carolina. I don't know. I was just kind of not looking on that side. Okay. Looking more on the State side. Yeah. 4-1 straight up against the spread the last 5, and their only loss was 1 point to Miami in kind of a bad spot there. So, I like the 2.5.
All right. Okay. Here's a good one. Georgia has suffocated every opponent. Tennessee has offense. Tennessee, impressive last week against Kentucky on the road. It's going to be rocking 3:30 at Neyland on Saturday. Georgia is a 20-point favorite, total 56, which is higher than most Georgia totals because I guess they think Tennessee can score. So what do you think about this game?
Yeah, and Georgia seems to be throwing it a little bit more as well, right? They're going to have to win playoff games, right? They can just coast along against some of the teams they're playing. I didn't do a full breakdown on it, but I would probably lean your side. I think that this may be the best test that they've gotten so far, and I think it's definitely going to push the total over. I would like that because
so Igo and I are amateurs. You're the pro, Wade.
I'm not. Clearly, I'm behind Igo for sure. So.
What we were saying yesterday is, like, let's say we want to take Tennessee. How many points do they need to score to nearly guarantee they cover? And we were saying if they can get to like 21, like, can Georgia score in the 40s, like mid 40s? I don't know. I don't think they have a good enough offense. But how bad is Tennessee's defense?
It's pretty bad. I mean, they can get an up and down, and Georgia's just 43 to 6 last week against Missouri. They've scored a little bit more, and that's what I'm saying. I think they're throwing it a little bit more. They're going to have to in this one, I think, because I do think Tennessee will move it and maybe score against them. 21, man, that'd be the most points Georgia's given up all year long.
I know. Maybe I should just stick with the under. I've been playing a lot of Georgia unders.
It has been the winning thing, but if you want to change up, then they I was trying to think of the game. The last year was 44-21. The year before that was 43-14. These are all Georgia
Tennessee
wins. Yeah. 38-12.
What was last year?
44-21.
Okay, that would be a cover here, but
yep.
I don't know. I think that it might be like a 38-21 type.
And I remember being in a sports book in 19 at that game at Tennessee, laying 24. It was there was a scooping late 6 there that got Georgia the backdoor.
Well, you got to worry about that with their defense putting up points,
and they're going to throw it a lot. So you get that added bonus of pick 6 and maybe fumbles and returns. And it's 50
right.
What? 52?
56.
Oh yeah. I like it.
Under.
No, I'll go opposite of you. We'll go head to head. I'm going over.
You're going over?
Yep. Okay. I'm going to go over 56.
How about Giant Killer Purdue on the road at Ohio State? Same number in that game, 20. The total a little higher at 62.
This is almost like for our friend Chad. I know this is a big Tennessee Titans fan. Purdue kind of seems to be getting that same treatment, right? They're like, it can't continue, right? You can't keep beating ranked teams. You can't beat Iowa,
number 2 and number 3.
Yeah, this year. You can't beat Iowa, Michigan State, and Ohio State.
Which were kind of phony 2 and 3.
They were, but last time they played in 2018, Ohio State was number 2. They were 12-point favorite, and Purdue absolutely destroyed them 49-20.
Does Purdue just stink against bad teams? Like, why aren't they the best team in the country?
They played a level of competition, so you'd have to ask their coach on that. But I love that. That was their 6th win. They're kind of playing with house money. They lost to Wisconsin, so they can't get into the Big Ten championship game, right? So they can just wreck all these good teams' season. I don't think they beat them, but 20.5 just seems so fishy that it might keep me off of it. But
what do you think it should be?
After another win, I was thinking like 2 scores. It seemed to be like about a score more than what I was thinking it would be. So, Purdue's got the number 8 passing offense in the country, and it'll be the best quarterback wide receiver combo that Ohio State has faced this year. It's better than what Oregon has. I just don't really know what Ohio State is, right? They've had some tight wins. They've had some big losses. They lost to Oregon. And plus, Purdue's defensive line is really good, so I think they can get to them, pressure them a little bit. Secondaries both have some issues. It could be a fun passing game, and we see Purdue is pulling out some trick plays. I'm interested in seeing it. I would lean towards the over. It might be a sucker play, and Purdue plus the points. But I don't. What I've seen from Purdue in big games, they're going to play hard in this thing, and I think they'll hang close. And
All right. Sorry. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We will go lightning round and finish out college football. We'll also dive into the NFL. A dog week in the NFL. Does that maybe switch up this week and go back to the favorites? We'll talk about that. And if we have time, some college hoops. Wager McGhee back with us after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500. Save up to $3,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
This is Steven Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Holiday time is precious. Save time and fly local at flypgv.com. Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book now at flypgv.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they will have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you. We are about halfway through hour number 2. Let's wrap up college football, and we'll dive into the NFL. Wager McGhee here, been giving out some plays, and you have a favorite for this weekend, Wager.
I do, yeah. Roll that Kent lock total over that you already bet.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully. Miami, 2.5, I think is what it still was, against Florida State.
I remember I always talked to Brian North about like ACC games. I think I say this to him. This is like the 8th straight year where I've said, has there been a more meaningless Miami-Florida State game? This one feels super meaningless.
It does, but it feels like Miami. Remember, now look at Miami's beginning of the schedule, right? They started 0-3, and everybody's like, oh, Miami ain't figured it out, and Derek King got injured. But those games were Alabama's, Michigan State, and App State. I mean, at the end of the year, you may get like 3 top, they're all going to be ranked, obviously, and 10-win teams there, potentially. They've figured it out since then. Obviously, their offense is on a roll. They're 2-0 against the spread on the road this year, winning at Pitt and North Carolina. The last 4 games have gone over. Florida State's 2-6 against the spread the last 8. One of those covers was against UMass. Really playing for nothing. And Miami's kind of rolling here. The offense is a huge advantage for them. 24 total offense, where Florida State still hadn't figured theirs out as 86 total offense in the country. I was waiting to see, because Florida State was ahead of Clemson with 2 minutes to go and then didn't even cover 10.5, as some of us know, how you bounce back from that. And they bounced back with a pretty flat effort against NC State last week. That's why we liked NC State. I just think they stay flat. I think Miami's on the up. The Van Dyke quarterback is really starting to roll there. And Florida State, in their last 7 games, is really not. They've only held one team under 28 points in that period. I would think Miami gets in the 30s, mid-30s. So,
all right,
Miami lock.
The U. What else for this weekend?
I like Syracuse getting 3. So I think this is going to be a little hangover for Louisville, who had a really tough game against Clemson. Syracuse is 7-0 against the spread the last 7, and actually a couple 3-point losses. They had 3 straight 3-point losses against Florida State, Wake, and Clemson. So one play here or there, we're kind of talking different of them. Obviously beat Liberty before that, and they bounced back. They came back positive, much unlike Florida State that we just talked about. After those 3 close losses, could have packed it up. They went to Virginia Tech and won. They absolutely dominated Boston College last week and won. Play this week off a bye now. And again, Louisville last week played a really tough game against Florida State. Not Florida State, Clemson. I think the wrong team's probably favored. I get it. It's at Louisville, but Louisville's only 1-3 against the spread the last 4, and 1-4 straight up the last 5. Now you're asking them to win and cover. And again, they've only won 1 of their last 5 straight up. So Syracuse.
All right, I need something to watch. This is a rare nooner for East Carolina Saturday, so I'm going to get off at a decent hour. I need something to watch in the 7 o'clock window when I get off and late after that. So do you have anything on Arkansas, who is a 2.5-point favorite on the road at LSU? Or we could go late night Mountain West with Nevada at San Diego State, Utah State at San Jose State. Anything on those games?
Didn't write up Arkansas, but I would lean that way against LSU, coming off a big emotional effort against Alabama that fell short. I think it's going to be flat. They're giving some of those really good. You play Florida tough, they play Alabama tough. I would think this would be a letdown off of the really tough playing for Coach O there. So I would lean Arkansas in that case, catching 2 or laying 2.5.
Okay. Nothing on the Mountain West.
No,
move on to what you like. What else you got on your?
No, on those things, I think I like the dog, which is rare in those cases. So probably why I didn't write it up, because we just like to go favorite and over most of the time here. Oklahoma Baylor. which I think is going to be a great game. I could see that really being high scoring there because since Caleb Williams took over for Oklahoma, 55, 52, 52, scored 35 against Kansas, but all that was in the second half. So they really have scored all those in about 3.5 games. I think Baylor is going to hang in there and be close in this game. They've played some really good games. This is the next best matchup. We talked about Pitt and Carolina, top 10 offense. This is number 11 total offense versus number 20 total. I think it's a shootout. Oklahoma and Baylor both are scoring games or have been going over here. So I definitely lean the over, which I think was 62.5, and maybe a little bit of Baylor.
Yeah, 5.5. Same spread and a similar total for Notre Dame, Virginia.
I like Notre Dame in that one. I saw a stat this week. Maybe was it Bear? Somebody posted something, and if people were going to play money line or tease it down, which it doesn't really make sense to tease it down, it doesn't fall in that window, but you can. That Notre Dame has won 39 consecutive games versus unranked teams. That's in play, and they've also won 39 consecutive games as a favorite. So not covering, but they've won them. It's 5.5. You could tease it down, I guess, to pick. Again, you're not supposed to, based on the handicapping rules, the Wong tease theory and all that other stuff. But you play Wong teasers, don't you?
I don't know what that.
I'd like to play wrong.
I play wrong.
I play wrong.
You're going to use the dad joke before I can get it out. Okay,
well, it's out there. I mean, Notre Dame's 4-0 straight up against the spread since the Cincinnati loss. I still, like most of America, is just scared and know it's going to happen, and Notre Dame's going to find their way in, is be the 4th seed and get really hammered by Georgia. So they're going to keep winning, and they have of late. They're just quietly kind of chugging along and winning games. I think they win this week. I think they keep winning. Virginia hasn't played well against ranked teams. They lost by 20 at home against Wake. They lost in the shootout at BYU 66-49. And you can throw the games.
I've bet over 111 or something in that one and ended up winning. That felt good.
I mean, they shut out Duke 48-0, but if you throw that one out, they really haven't stopped anybody in ACC play. I know Notre Dame's not in ACC, but they're really granted, some sort of weird membership here. So defense is the big difference here. Virginia is the number 122nd total defense in the country. Notre Dame's 60th. I think Notre Dame will be able to throw it around a little bit. If they get in a shootout, I think that even helps Notre Dame a little bit more. I like laying the points here. I think they definitely are going to win straight up, and then they're going to find their way as the 4th seed and be a 17-point dog and not cover against Georgia in the playoffs.
All right, we got to move on to NFL. Anything else you want to get out in college? While you're looking, what was that South Carolina Florida score last week?
40. I do like that.
What was that?
Yeah, that seemed like it was Florida getting ready to fire some offensive or assistant coaches. Right, they fired a couple. I like South Carolina as a pick going to Missouri this week, so now they can win and get in a bowl game. And that was one stat I saw there that.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
I find it so. 48 Power 5 teams have played at least 8 games versus other Power 5 teams, and only Missouri has the worst record among all of them, 1-7 straight up. The only one that's right around there was Florida, which was 2-8 straight up. It matters on straight up this week because that's a pick game, and their defense is awful. They're 122nd, right behind Virginia. South Carolina's good defense, and now playing for a bowl game, which kind of came out of nowhere. And Missouri's 1-8 against the spread, which is tied for worst in the country with Southern Miss that we talked about last week, who laid down last week, and New Mexico. There's nothing for them to play for. Their only cover this year was last week as a 40-point dog when they lost 43-6. So that's their only cover that they have.
Watching South Carolina ECU earlier this year, I did not think we'd be talking about 2 bowl teams, but they have both come a long way since then. Shirley, play us off. Michigan, Penn State. I'll bring that up because it's close to a pick 'em. I think Michigan's actually favored now, but anything on that one?
I like Michigan in that. I think they're the better team, but like I said, if it falls in line where somehow Penn State closes the favorite, it's in that theory of the unranked home team against as a ranked
Top
dog.
10, Michigan,
Yeah. All right, Georgia State plus 10.5. Coastals, quarterback's out, McCall's out. I like State. I may sprinkle a little bit on that one, so they need it for a bowl game.
By the way, Georgia and really like Atlanta, the sports epicenter of the world. Braves win the World Series. The what was the other one? Oh, the Falcons are if the playoffs started today, they're in it.
Oh,
that sounds
it's
crazy.
a beautiful thing. And
Georgia and Atlanta in general cannot be beat right now, so take Georgia State. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back. We'll talk some NFL when we return after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Doesn't an amazing date night with amazing food sound great? Mark your calendars and make reservations today for Familia's wine tasting and small plates on Monday, November 15th. Tickets are only $40 and includes a special 5-course meal with wine pairings. Register now at familianc.com or call 689-6330. Kick back, eat, and enjoy yourself with a special date night at Familia on Monday, November 15th. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
You demand perfection. That's why you drive the perfect car. Okay, maybe it's not exactly perfect, but it's perfect to get you to Domino's for their perfect $7.99 carry-out deal. Carry out any 3-topping pizza or a 10-piece order of wings, smothered in delicious sauces like hot buffalo, garlic parmesan, and honey barbecue, just $7.99 each. Demand the perfect carry-out deal at Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money at Carolina Wealth Management. We believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Wager McGhee says he loves the NFL card this week. It's an attractive slate of games, and he has some winners for us. I'll start with Thursday. Anything on Ravens-Dolphins?
Probably won't make the card just because there's so much other stuff and so many COVID issues now. But
how about this?
I would lean.
What will make the card?
New Orleans. We called that one last week. If the Titans were able to beat the Rams, and rally around the Derrick Henry injury, which is kind of a theory, right? You rally around the star player and you get that win or that
first
cover,
you get
the first game, and then there's a little bit of relief and a letdown the next week. So I'm not saying they won't win, but I'm catching 3 points with the Saints. The Saints are 8-0-1 against the spread in the last 9 games as a dog. They're always a much better dog. Last time they won straight up against Tampa Bay at home with Simeon playing most of the game in that one. And despite Tennessee winning last week, their offense they did struggle a whole lot in that game. I think they only had like 157 yards or something like that, and only 69 of those rushing with 2.7 average. So it's probably something they got to work on, and I know they will work on it, but Saints defense is good, and they were embarrassed by the Falcons' loss last week. So a lot of things set up well for New Orleans bouncing back, catching 3 with looking at Tennessee there. And I think Tennessee's maybe looking at a bye. I mean, what Tennessee's doing?
Looking ahead at a bye?
Yeah, a little bit of a break.
They got their vacation plans?
Yeah. Hey, what they've done is incredible, right? Buffalo, Kansas City, Indy, and that Rams.
It's awesome.
Why anybody's arguing that they're not one of the top teams in the NFL? I'm not saying that they are, and I think we've expressed lots of love for the Titans here outside the Falcons. That's my second favorite team there, even with Derrick Henry going down. But I just think it's a bad spot for them. I like the Saints catching 3.
All right, what else?
I like the Carolina Panthers catching 11. It's same thing. I mean, I don't have to worry about Darnold, right? I got Temple's old quarterback and coach in there. I thought I was getting that last week with New England, but obviously not. They decided to put that back in there. So it's a bad tweener spot. It's the same thing. Arizona rallied around Colt McCoy. You rally around the starting quarterback and you get that win and a big win. They're also looking ahead to another NFC game next week against Seattle, NFC West game. It's a letdown spot for them. Hey, it's just Carolina coming in. They can just roll out and just easily beat Carolina.
I've been feasting on line overreactions. 2 weeks ago, it was the Cowboys without Dak.
Yep.
And it went all the way up to like 4.5, whatever it was. I was like, that's too many points. Last week, and Jeff Nadeau, and I don't remember if you were, but the 49ers were the play. Mm-hmm. But by kickoff time, that line was outrageous. So I took the Cardinals in one. So I'm looking for like line overreactions.
I think this is
example?
one. I mean, is PJ Walker from Darnold a step down? No.
Chandler, is PJ Walker from Sam Darnold a step down? Answer it truthfully.
I don't think there's much of a step down.
It's very slight, if any.
And now the line keeps going up a little bit.
If any. In terms of...
inside jokes. Go ahead.
And, I mean, McCaffrey played last week, stayed healthy, right? So he's going to have some rust on the first game back, now second game back. So, and he's had some big games. They've played the last 2 years I don't know if Carolina is better than... I mean, obviously Arizona is a little bit better in those teams, but Carolina's won the last 2 games straight up in those, and they've been able to run the ball. And more importantly, last year, I mean, Murray, or in 20 last year, Murray he struggled. He was 24 of 31 for 133 yards. Year before that, he was 30 of 43 for 173 yards. So they're not letting him get anything deep, keeping him in the pocket, dumping off. So they've got a plan pretty successful. Carolina's won both those games.
Too many points.
Not saying they're going to win, but too many points in Arizona. Like, it's the second letdown game from, like you were talking about, the Dallas game, right? Rallied around Cooper Rush, got the win, went to home to play Denver. Is 10-point favorite.
So is Colt McCoy starting? Or you were going on?
No, I think Murray's going to start.
playing.
Yeah, I think Murray plays. So he's got to knock it off a little bit before the Seattle game. But
is Rodgers not playing?
He's not eligible because he's not vaccinated, as we know now. He's not eligible to come off for 10 days. So it's Saturday is going to be the first time we know for sure if he's going to play or not.
I know Geno Smith covers every game, but Packers -3 at home against the Seahawks.
Russ is playing. Russ is back. So, yep. So that's the issue.
I got to know who my quarterbacks are. Because, okay, I'm off on that one.
It's usually important in the NFL, although it hasn't mattered. Cooper Rush, Colt McCoy, Trevor Siemian, just throwing out the Geno, just throwing out there and winning games and covering. So injuries, as much as we make a big deal about them, haven't really mattered as much with who's lining up behind center. But again, I think you get that whole team effort coming together, playing hard.
Okay. But I forgot Russ was playing. That's on me.
So Russ was playing, but he should be a little bit rusty, and then no pun intended. Yeah. I think Rodgers plays, and he may have Odell Beckham in the.
Let's go back to your 5. So you've named 2. What else is up there?
Over Atlanta, Dallas, 54. That's the easiest one, right? So I think Atlanta now off the big New Orleans win, Dallas off an embarrassing loss. These two are going to be. I think Atlanta will sling it around. They got no run game anyway. They got to throw it. And last year it was 40-39 in one of the better games all year. So that Dallas recovered an onside kick. Remember there was an issue there, and then kicked the field goal late. Dallas dominated that game. They actually, even though it was 40-39, they had 3 turnovers. They had 200 more yards, 570 to 380 yard difference, 33 to 22 first downs. Unfortunately, Atlanta looks too easy on the 9. I think Dallas rolls in this game. Atlanta maybe hangs close, but it's 9 for a reason, so I like that.
Okay.
Vegas +3 against Kansas City. Liked it before last week. Now even more, just because Vegas now is off a loss. Kansas City didn't do anything to turn things around last week, right? I mean, I think Green Bay's defense is good, but they really, really struggled. And Vegas should have won on the Giants. It was 1 of 6 in the red zone, turned the ball over 3 times. They outgained them by almost 160 yards. Kansas City's 2-0. Vegas was 2-0 against the spread last year in those 2 games against Kansas City.
Oh, this is Sunday night.
The Vegas Kansas City game.
Bet on a dog. Is it Sunday night? Yeah. No. Bet on 8:28.
Okay, I guess it would be.
Bet on a Deshaun Jackson touchdown. He always scores in primetime on a big play. So have his over longest catch, whatever that is, and a touchdown. He'll score in his Raiders debut. Bank it. All right, next.
I'll fall for the Rams. I'll fall for Rams 3.5, 4, whatever it is. I think it's down to 3.5.
Baby.
McVay off a loss is 16-5 straight up, 14-6-1. San Francisco's now 0-8 straight up. The last 8 at home.
There was a time, no matter who their quarterback was or whatever they had, running back wise, like I would be scared to go against Shanahan and the Niners. I think those days are over for me for now.
Yeah,
I can calmly pick against the Niners.
Yeah, there's. Again, the teams that usually struggle 1 week bounce back, and 2 really good offenses that struggled last week that you expect to see a whole lot out of this week is Dallas and the Rams. And Dallas is playing the Falcons, who can give up a lot of points, and Rams are playing San Francisco, who can definitely give up a lot of points and have been this year. So, and Rams they lost last week 7. I think last week is 7.5 was overreaction. They really bumped it up because of Henry. The 2 weeks before that, when they didn't cover, they were 16.5 point favorites in both of those games, and one of those was that game they were up 38-0. They're fine. Bad game last week, probably taking Titans a little bit for granted there without Henry. They'll bounce back and score a lot of points this week. So,
all right. Anything else?
Yes, I like that. I saw that our great quarterback White is starting for the Jets again. So I love White. Well, let's throw Buffalo into that mix of bad offenses that really struggle. They'll bounce back. And since the Jets have gone away from their rookie quarterback, they're the best 3rd down conversion team in the NFL the last 2 weeks, and they're 9 of the last 3 weeks, and they're 9 of 13 in the red zone the last 3 weeks, and they've scored 30 and 34 points in those games. They're going to put up points against Buffalo. I kind of like Jets catching 13 with White playing, but Buffalo's definitely going to come out offensively and have a much better game than they did last week when they didn't even score a touchdown against the Jags.
They got 400 from White 2 weeks ago, over 300 from Josh Johnson.
Yeah, on a short week, getting thrown in there, the injury. So they've had more time to prepare for this one now. So I do like that one. And Buffalo's in a must-win situation now a little bit. I mean, with that loss, because they've got Indy at New Orleans and New England and Tampa Bay coming up the next 4 weeks. The Buffalo, we're going to see on Buffalo, their schedule really gets tough here. Vikings have a whole bunch of COVID issues. I kind of like Vikings against the Chargers. Got to wait on that one to see. Because the Chargers are 32nd against the run. Vikings can really run it, but that's Dalvin Cook. I think he's going to be okay to play, but there were some issues there, and there was a whole bunch. There's like 29 guys that had close contact with somebody on the Vikings today that are all getting tested. So wait on that one, but the last six straight Vikings road games have gone over by a combined total in those 6 games of 67. So I do like that one.
I love riding the roller coaster, fading the team that looked good the week before, and we're talking a lot about getting on a team that looked bad last week. However, I also like to ride a team, and if I have success, stick with them. And right now, that's the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Should I continue that? They're at home against the Browns. This is an important game for these teams. I've enjoyed backing the Patriots these last couple weeks.
But if Chubb can't play, and he's COVID, right? But he's vaccinated, so he's got to pass 2 tests separated by 24 hours. So there's a chance he could play this week. But if not, I'll definitely take Belichick and the Patriots defense, which is playing really, really good right now against Baker with not the run game that he normally would have if Chubb was back there. So if Chubb's out again, they've struggled with that, and off such a huge, big win. And we've seen that every week there. Teams are just kind of okay, have that big win, which they did, and then it's just they fall flat the next week. So New England's quietly kind of sliding through there that people are eventually going to look at it and see that they're in the playoff contention, and maybe that defense has turned around a little bit this year. So, yeah, I like that game. I was kind of waiting to see on Chubb before, but if he's ruled out before that, I think New England makes the card. Even though they were off of it, we were talking about playing the teams off and, a bad game or a good game and fading that. I still don't think I'm going to be able to get away from Denver. -2.5 at home against Philly. Denver's, if you look at those games, lines haven't mattered. It seems like if those teams lose, they just lose. If they win, they just win. There are 18 total games between the two teams, Philadelphia and Denver. 17-1 against the spread in those games for the straight-up winner. The only one was that Thursday night Tampa-Philly game when Philly actually went for 2 late on the score to cut it to 6 instead of pushing on the 7. But that game wasn't even really close on yardage. Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw the ball against the run defense of Denver, and he's thrown for 115, 103, and 162 in 3 of his last 4 games. I don't see that being a great combination. Again, worried because Denver's off such a huge win, but they win this. It's 3 straight, 6-4, and they are on a bye next week. So
doesn't every team in the West have 5 wins?
Yep, winning record.
That's
5+.
So I mean, they're all playing important games right now. Nobody out of it yet.
They are. Yeah, and then again, these guys are going to look and know that either the Chiefs or the Raiders are dropping down and going below them if they win. And then you got the Chargers and Denver pretty much in similar spots. At home, NFC opponents, 2.5-point favorite, weird kind of weeks. Again, I can't remember who the Chargers play next week, but again, Denver's looking at an off week the following week there.
Chandler, there are 2 divisions in football where every team, each of the 4 teams have a winning record. Can you name them? I know you weren't paying attention, so we just mentioned one. But
NFC.
No. Don't even go to that side. Now you only have 4 options left.
Let's go. I don't know all the divisions, but the division with Buffalo in it.
That is incorrect. Shirley's Dolphins and the Jets do not have a winning record.
Well, I know it's not the South of the NFC.
All right. The answers are the AFC West. Every team in the West, the Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos, have 5 wins. And the AFC North, the Ravens are 6-2. The Steelers, Browns, Bengals all have 5 wins.
Jeez.
So there you go.
I'd say NFC South is probably the third closest to that.
The Panthers are 1 game under 500. The Falcons are 500. Bucks and Saints above 500.
Yep.
So, you're close.
Right on that. Carolina dragging it down.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously.
But P.J. Walker in there. And they got
P.J. Walker, Tom.
They signed Matt Barkley.
I like that. Now, that
what do you like about it?
Oh,
what are you friends with him?
No. Look at some of his backup roles and some of the games he stepped in at Buffalo in the last couple of years he played.
Oh yeah, not.
Oh, those are solid games.
I like that. You're the only person I've heard say I like that
since he was.
You like that
since he was at college. I could see that might be a better. It'll be tough to throw him in there this short and with Walker knowing the Temple rule offense, but Barkley could step in there as a long-term replacement for Darnold this year.
He still has to pass the physical, so it's not official yet, but it should be.
Are you trying to taint his physical?
Yep.
So he can't get in.
Yep.
What? Taint has more than one usage.
Yes, I know, but I like to stay away from combining physical and taint. So, but I don't. That's just me.
All right. Yeah, a lot of immature people here, but luckily I'm your host and keeping it moving forward. Wager, enjoyed it. Good luck this weekend. Screw this weekend. Good luck tonight. I got a lot riding on this action all of a sudden.
We're winning. Let's win one for Chuck.
Win one for Chuck.
Win
this
one
one's for
Chuck.
you, Chucky. All right.
For you.
Let's
We're
take
winning money.
Take a timeout. We'll come back. Bryce Williams is in the house. We got a lot to talk about with Bryce, including him cussing on the 5th quarter. Shooting a deer.
Upper management has already summoned him to the office.
Yeah, this could be interesting. We could see fines, suspensions. We'll see what happens this next hour. We're back with you after this.
If you live in Eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an Army.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 84th anniversary. Since 1937, Bostic Sugg has built a legacy based on quality furniture, value, and exceptional customer service. Get anniversary savings up to 15% off store-wide, plus 6 months special financing on brands like Lazy Boy, Kincaid, Rowe, Bassett, and more. Plus, for a limited time, get local delivery for only $19.37. Wake up to a whole new you and enjoy 72 months special financing on a new Serta or Restonic mattress now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wrap, graphic designs, and more is Signs and Tint. Be sure to stop by their office at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or you can book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Oh, boy. What an hour this will be.
2 years, and I
think Troy got into the old Halloween candy. He's jacked up here on a Wednesday.
Actually, I did have some candy. It's funny you mentioned that.
Everybody talking at the same time.
Yeah. I did have some candy. Ellaby brought, is it old Halloween candy he brought in? Or like stuff he didn't want? It's on his
Why
desk.
are you asking me?
I was just curious. I don't know. Like,
Is it on his desk?
Yeah, I've been eating it. I just didn't know like.
I didn't get the memo.
No, well, yeah, maybe I should have told everybody. But I've been snacking on that.
I can tell.
Yeah,
you are ready to roll here on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. I'd rather you be in this upbeat mood than a down mood.
That's true.
I shouldn't say anything about it.
All we do is win around here, Clip.
That's true. We've been painting
a lot. I heard you earlier. Damn, Jeff Charles' arms can be sore from painting it purple so much.
Got a W last night.
We're gonna need another bucket of paint.
2 football wins in a row.
Oh yeah.
Bryce Williams joins us on this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bryce, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good to see you.
Thank y'all for having me.
You still looking through your pictures there?
Yeah, I was trying to find something to show y'all, but you know what? Don't worry about it.
You found plenty to show me.
I found none of it was what I was trying to show you.
God.
But I found all these other things. Like, look at this. Look at this funny stuff. But
it was not.
It was great stuff. What are you talking about? It's some great stuff for Brian Bailey and some other characters.
Dear. All right, we are ready to roll. We got a lot to do here in this hour. We got to save time because Bryce Williams shared a picture that I did put out on social media for our listeners. He's got a good hunting story for us when we go Pirate Radio Outdoors.
All right.
We'll talk football with him. Huge day for the tight ends last week, Bryce. That was good to see.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess, Troy, we should probably start with...
We need to talk about the elephant in the room.
The old E and the R, the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Because last Saturday night...
Decisions... choices have consequences.
Mm-hmm. Is this part of the cancel culture? Are we canceling?
Well, go ahead and set it up for folks that aren't familiar. Clip, go ahead and set it up for someone just tuning in, not knowing what we're talking about. Maybe needs to hear this.
Well, let's start with the beginning of the 5th quarter. We got a call, as we normally do, from Cameron in Greenville. He's a young Pirate fan, loyal listener, loyal 5th quarter caller. He calls in, says he's about half hammered at a wedding, and Bryce Williams is at that wedding. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Go get Bryce. And he said, I am in the bathroom, so I can call y'all away from people.
Yeah, trying to be quiet.
And but I will tell Bryce to call in. Like, awesome. I didn't really think Bryce was going to call in, but sure enough, Shirley. Actually, Wes got the phone.
Answered. Is that why you called?
Because he
went and got you.
Yeah, he told me at the table.
Okay.
I said, sure, why not? And I said, what's up to Wes, but he must be just in the zone. And
hey, yeah, don't distract
Wes doesn't make decisions.
He did a great job.
Whatever.
He did a great job. Bryce is on the phone, so we got Bryce on. And Bryce got into his call. He was fired up. Shirley, do we have that? All right, let's hear it.
On the ride there, and then Anna, obviously my fiance, she was like, would you put that daggum phone up? We got, the families walking down the aisle. I said, man, I got to watch me see football. Kids are on fire. I got to watch this thing. I watch it during the reception. So to see stuff, what is it, 45-3, I think? We got to a minute left in the fourth quarter. I said, we got this. So
Bryce, you can't say that word even when you're on the phone.
Daggum. There you go. That's better.
All right, we got to cut him. We got to cut Bryce. Get him off.
Hey, language is...
Get him off. Son of a gun can't cooperate. We got to cut him off.
Dadgummit.
All right, so I can't show favoritism. We can't have everybody calling in saying bad words, Bryce.
I know what? That's good. I appreciate the accountability factor of that. But what was bad was I think I said like another 2 sentences before I realized y'all cut me off. I'm like, clip, and I was about to call back. I was like, dang, did the call fail or something? So it threw me off. So I was like, well, Anna, they cut me. And she said, of course, she was already kind of like, already kind of had it with me that night. So she's like, really? So I just add to it. So
well, all right. So that was that night. We are sitting at Wednesday now, and Troy, as the owner operator of Pirate Radio, we can't have stuff like this happening. Obviously,
look, we have rules for a reason, and FCC has rules for a reason, and we try and be good role models here. You're part of the Pirate Radio team, Bryce. You're not just some drunk fan calling in. Like the bar actually should be higher for you. The standard should be higher. So,
which is to say, we're not mad. We're disappointed.
I am not mad at you.
I think I'd rather go mad.
I am disappointed.
I'm not mad at all. Majorly disappointed.
I am let down in your performance. And now I know how a coach feels like when you drop a wide open touchdown pass or something. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed that you didn't make the play. But it's basically in Vince McMahon style. I think we have to do this clip. Bryce Williams, you're fired from calling the fifth quarter. We still need you here every Wednesday for PRL big guys. So, but not good. You're on a 2-game suspension for the fifth quarter.
All right, you cannot call in the next 2 games.
Yeah, but then after that, if you kind of get your composure, we'd love to have you for. Cincinnati. Yeah,
we're putting you on the IR. Is what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm saying. We're just a 2-game suspension. I think.
I understand. Hey, I messed up. I've learned from it, and you know what? It won't happen again.
Well, that's all we can ask for. Yeah. He took accountability. He apologized.
Yep.
And this is a good life lesson for the kids. Mistakes sometimes happen. Sometimes you make bad choices, but you need to learn from that and make sure you don't repeat those bad choices.
Bryce is not blaming us. In fact, the opposite. He is saying it was his mistake. Now, didn't I hear you say on the call that you were like surprised you couldn't say that? Like you thought that word?
Yeah, I was like, we could say the D word. I'm scared to kind of even say anything.
The A word, I guess you can say a little bit.
The H, can you say the H word?
Yeah, you can double hockey stick it.
So you can say double hockey. So
I was getting ready to ask you, what's the H word?
That totally threw me off.
I don't even think of that as a bad word. You're right.
I know. So.
Oh, heck.
So I was like, I feel like that was in the general
realm.
I don't know. What makes that word such
That's a great question.
Who made these rules?
That is a great question.
Yeah, George Carlin.
Yeah, the 8 words you can't say or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So, that threw me off. I figure if I would have said, like, the granddaddy of them all.
The F word.
The F word.
Yeah.
GD.
What's the granddaddy of them all to you?
On the Christmas Story, it was the F word, right?
Oh, okay.
So, I figured that was your generic thing I could say on the radio. So, kind of real, because I texted Clip, I said,
he didn't even realize he had done anything wrong.
No, he didn't.
So are you speeding if you don't know what the speed limit is type of deal?
Exactly.
Oh, I was going 45. I didn't know it was 35. Will they still write you a ticket? Yes, they will.
They will.
Not knowing is not an excuse.
Maybe we need signs of.
You know what? But I didn't have a list of words I can't say since I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
So hey,
take it up with the
do
judge.
we take us up with the management?
But have you ever noticed we have not been saying that word on the air in all the time that we've been together?
I just figured it just never landed.
It never came up.
It just never fit the script.
Except 3 weeks ago when Clip dropped it on the fifth quarter.
I didn't set a great example for Bryce when I said it a couple weeks ago.
So but now I know I would if I could maybe elevate me in charge of this. What the words I can and can't say.
Oh, you need okay.
So I never got that. So I never got the playbook.
All right. So let's start
running on the fly.
Let's start with the words you can't say on this program. Daggum.
Oh no!
Darn.
No, these are not my rules.
I'm trying to think of all of them.
I won't be able to
can't
talk.
say crap.
I won't be able to talk.
I want to use a list of Bryce words he can't say just to see if we could even do the show.
Just like you can't say Peach Bowl.
I proved I could go without it.
You did. I was telling somebody the other day that Troy has done a great job of not mentioning those two words.
Yeah. And if we had won those games, that like the games that were really close, like we were play away, we would be. Gosh,
it'd be great.
No, I'm just saying we're
Could you imagine?
What's our right now? What are we 5-4? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We would be.
Here he goes, folks.
8.
Yeah.
The human calculator.
We would be 8-1 right now.
We might be right.
We would be 8-1, which would be like what? A Peach Bowl like year, because guess what happened in the Peach Bowl year? The Pirates lost their first game, and they never lost again.
Really?
That's what could have happened this year.
But
if we had won.
I like to think about the what ifs and daydream, and I do enjoy that.
That's another. Could you imagine?
Matt wants to ban "da bug from Billy Weaver. We'll see if we can ban that from the list of words.
Oh, from Weaver.
Yeah.
We're not going to ban the Buck. They're great sponsors, but we could tell Weaver to settle down.
Settle down.
I think Chandler does a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You handle it well.
Buck.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then
Weaver gets a little annoying on that, the Buck part.
The Buck.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Matt.
All right. So is that situation
personal, Weave.
settled?
I think so. Yeah. Like I said,
we're moving on.
We are moving on. Yeah.
But thank you for your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
I do appreciate that.
It was
look. A lot of former players don't even watch games, so at least you were at a wedding, still trying to
still
watch.
watching it.
Irritating your fiance. You were putting Pirate football first, and to that, my friend, you are to be commended.
Right. Thanks.
I will say, Bryce.
I skip weddings usually when they happen during football season.
Yeah.
Bryce, much like my grandmother, asked me what channel the game's on every week. So he's into it. He needs to know how to watch his Pirates.
Yeah.
And the call was great.
No, I'm glad it was until the slip up.
Yeah. What were you saying after we hung up on you?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we'll let you finish the call right now.
What was so important that we missed?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
What are the 2 sentences that you were talking to yourself about?
Yeah, I know. I think I was talking real fast since I was fired up. It just kind of I need to start maybe slow down.
Yeah.
And gather my words and thoughts.
Yeah.
Thoughts and words.
How was the wedding?
Good. They had a great playlist.
That's always good.
It was good.
Was it DJ or band?
He was a DJ, but
Okay.
I mean, they were playing some good like beach music stuff, prime country stuff.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much ran everything up right up my alley.
How was the food and the reception?
Good.
Was it sit down? Was it buffet? Was it?
It was like the buffet went down, but it was like chicken, good mashed potatoes, like a vegetable medley. I got everything on the row. Vegetable medley, some rolls.
I do have a wedding coming up, Clip. I haven't been to a wedding in a while.
You know what? I was just thinking about that. I have not either.
So I've got Billy Weaver's wedding coming up.
Yeah. I got
the Weave
invitation too.
You going?
Yes, I have to. Right?
Maybe we should have this talk off the air.
Yeah, I got the invitation too.
Hey, we can talk off the air. We don't.
You brought it up.
Yeah,
Well, guess what? I didn't get one at all.
Mr. Wedding over here. You've been to enough this year.
All right, I tell you what. You get the gift, and I'll bring it. I'll say this is from Chandler and me.
I was getting ready to say there's got to be a caveat that somehow Troy gets out of buying a gift.
Billy, it's the thought that counts, buddy.
Yeah. I thought about you when I was.
When's the date on that, by the way? I didn't even look.
December 11th.
It is after football season. Yeah, so we'll give him credit there.
he'd even take the chance and try to book it during the conference championship game weekend.
Chandler and I watched some ECU hoops with Billy Weaver last night.
I saw you guys down there in the purple seats.
Yes.
Not even second row purple seats, by the way. Not even front row purple seats, if I remember correctly.
I was lied to on that.
How was your conversation with Jalen earlier in my absence?
Jalen did not watch the game in the seats that I gave him, but he watched the game and said he was lower bowl. Said it was a great lower bowl crowd.
Yeah, it was. House. It was a good lower bowl crowd.
Yeah.
So, I was excited for you to sit on the baseline. I thought that's where you were going to be.
Yeah, as did I for a fleeting moment.
It was still great seats. It was great seats.
Could have been better.
Could have been courtside. Of course, it could have been better.
Could have been a little better.
It's all right,
but wasn't meant to be.
So Weaver misunderstood, or he just lied?
No, I misunderstood Weaver.
Oh, okay.
And then I was misled a little bit by Weaver. There was a misunderstanding and a misleading.
Got you.
All going on at the same time.
Leave it to Weaver.
We'll talk about that later. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll have more with Bryce Williams. We got to go Pirate Radio Outdoors. We got Pirate Hoops and football to talk about. And we'll make you a winner when we return on the Booty Bag. We'll open it up on a Wednesday. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 for 0.9% for 72 months, plus $500 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
This is Dr. Chris Hasty with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. For more than 35 years, we've been taking care of the student athletes at East Carolina University. We are happy to have received the designation of official team physicians from the university. Whether you need assistance with a sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, my colleagues and I are here to help. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelms and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live.
All right,
Troy, we're in quite a bowl drought with ECU football.
We are. Did you know, Clip?
Hey, that many days if you want to say that.
I was thinking it was like time flies. Like 2014, it sounds like, oh yeah, it's been a while. But when you say we haven't been to a bowl game in 7 years, 7 years, one went away from being able to wipe that record off the charts. Right?
You asked Mike Houston about that this week.
Well, I would think that's something. Look, I would embrace it. It's a team goal. So the players are constantly talking. Coaches are talking about it somewhere. That's what they want to do. I mean, before you can win a championship, you got to get bowl eligible, right? Like, that's a big deal. That's the first step, getting bowl eligible. I'm not saying, okay, let's go hang a banner because we went to a bowl game, but geez, after a 7-year drought, that's something to be proud of around here.
It is.
I would think you'd want to embrace it and talk about it, right?
We had somebody on the show on Monday who was telling everybody to relax and not talk about it until we get that 6th win. I can't remember who that was, but
I don't know.
We have a lot of guests on the show.
I know. This show's
you got people walking in and out all the time.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to keep track.
Don't remember who that was, but Troy D, you asked the question to Mike Houston on Tuesday, and I got the whole question and his whole answer. Shirley, can you hit cut 3?
Coach, you guys said the team goals before the season. You're on the verge of accomplishing one of those with one more win. How much do you guys talk about that this week as far as motivating the team to try and get to that accomplishment, to be able to extend the season for post-game? A lot of people are talking about that as fans in the media. What about with you and the team? How much is that being addressed right now?
0. None. We're playing Memphis. That's it.
There you go.
Now, after further review,
0.
I wish I had rephrased my question because I phrased it in reference to this week. If they're using that as motivation for this week, what I really wanted to get at is the big picture, what this would mean to the program in general. If this team becomes bowl eligible, what does that mean to your program?
Probably,
stop right there.
But
I would have got the same answer.
But you're still doing ifs and
I know.
It's probably a better question after the 6th
I know,
win.
and I'm gonna listen. Knock on wood, we get to 6 wins. I'm gonna rephrase it and ask it again. Now that we're at 6 wins, what does it mean to your program? Then maybe I'll get a better answer.
Then you'll get your answer.
I know. Coaches hate talking about the what ifs.
Exactly.
I know, and I do that to Cliff Godwin all the time, but I can't help myself. I love the what if questions.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's a legit question because it is a big deal because it hasn't happened in so long here that it would be, and we're on the verge of it happening. It wasn't like this is the first press conference of the year. We're at the week where this could happen this week. It could happen Saturday, that's why I wanted to focus it on the Memphis team.
Shirley, remind me tomorrow to make a cut of Troy arguing with Troy, saying, calm down, don't talk about it, and then him saying, this is a big deal. Remind me to do that tomorrow. It'll be a funny segment on the show. Troy versus Troy.
I think I've seen ESPN do that with Stephen A. Smith before.
Yeah.
He argues with himself.
Okay, we'll have your head on both sides.
Yeah. Well, and I get it. I see the point. Like, let's not make a big deal about it if you're a coach, because if we don't win against Memphis, we don't want to feel like
exactly.
I understand his
pressure.
perspective.
Yeah.
I do. I get it. But I also understand the perspective of everybody within this fan base and everybody that's a Pirate supporter so hungry for success and wanting to at least get bowl eligible this year. And really what it means for the program is 21 extra practices, Bryce, as you know, which is probably the biggest deal of it all. It creates extra revenue and attention for the program.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of residual positives that go with being bowl eligible, getting to a bowl, and there's enough bowls. We're just getting to 6 wins. East Carolina's going to go to a bowl this year.
Certainly helps.
But they got to win one of the next 3.
Helps you in recruiting instead of saying we hadn't been to a bowl game in 7 years to say we just took a trip here.
Sure.
And I remember Rick Smith talking about it, Bryce. He said that a lot of the teams he was on that went to a bowl game, that practice was really more for the younger guys. Like the veterans were even, away from the team for part. Do you remember that? Like postseason gearing up for.
I never was. Well, I mean, we all obviously attended practice. But yeah, I remember kind of, obviously the stars and stuff. We would, start practice and kind of do our little thing. And that's kind of wind towards the end of practice. They would give the young guys the reps. Remember, Baggett at the time, he would get in there and just, get his feet wet and things like that. So it is, a good time for the young guys to, get acclimated to, the plays and just the general feel of college football.
And someone had to ask it. I don't think we could have gone through this whole press conference with someone not addressing, hey, you're almost bowl eligible. Now, they might have phrased the question differently, but it had to be asked. I don't think we're doing our jobs if we don't ask it.
I guess the people that are talking about it are the players, which we asked them about it on Monday.
They're definitely talking about it.
They're thinking about it. They have been here 4 or 5 years at this point. They're talking about Bruce Bivens and guys like that who have been here for so long that's all he's thinking about right now. Is going to a bowl game, getting a 6.
And look, that's look. You guys need motivation sometimes as a player. This is a huge motivating factor. Hey, man, we could do something with this program that none of these guys that have been a part of this program have ever done. All right. Currently, you've been to plenty. These guys that are playing now, there's not a single player on the team right now that's ever been to a bowl game. That's a big. I'm just saying that's a big deal. And I know. I was saying Monday, let's calm down, let's take it easy. And I still believe that because what if we lose our next 3 games?
Are you arguing with yourself? Who are you talking to?
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
What's the question?
What if we lose our next 3 games?
Then we go 5 and 7.
Right. And probably not to a bowl game.
Yeah.
I don't think 5-win teams deserve
what
to go to a bowl game.
if we go to a bowl game
at 5 wins?
At 5 wins?
I don't think 5-win teams should be going to a bowl game.
I mean, the 6-win teams deserve to go to a bowl game. Who's to say? Like,
you'd at least get 6
You didn't have
wins.
a winning record.
Yeah, at least if you get to 6 and 6, you don't have a losing record either.
That is very true. Right. Very true. So yeah, look, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
as we should.
Where's Chandler? I was going to ask him to do a faux question. If
Mark Lindsay?
Yeah, if he had asked the question, I thought it would have been funny.
Chandler has been summoned to.
What is he doing? We're live on the air, Chandler. What do you do? Can you handle that later?
He's a trash man.
I saw him walk out.
Hey, after the show, you can handle that, or before the show. We're producing a very popular program right here. You don't just walk
I have
out.
a part-time job with waste industry.
Is a pilot from American Airlines just leave the cockpit? You're flying the plane.
It's on autopilot.
Thank God for Shirley, who's not paying attention.
You did want a
no,
question.
we can multitask over here. I don't know about what you can do, but we can multitask.
I know. I can barely do one thing at a time.
But I heard you say you wanted a faux question.
Like we said, someone had to ask it. I asked it. If I didn't ask it, I figured Lindsay was going to ask the question about going to a bowl.
Coach, a little bit. Coach, a little bit in terms of a bowl appearance for sure. You need 6 wins to get there, and you have 5 wins and plus 1, that is 6. So this week against Memphis, Coach, you in terms of getting there, you need 1 for sure. If any wins at all, there for sure.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Victory this week a little bit, if anything.
Zero. Zilch. Nada.
That's good.
Zero.
Yeah.
None.
That is about how it would have gone.
What are you trying to like protect yourself here, or what?
No,
Are you trying to make yourself look better?
Like, was LRB's a catch and release? We were back at it again.
I know. Like we moved on. We're
All right. I thought that was funny. Good
No,
job.
it was good. It was good.
I got a chuckle out of that.
No, well, I heard you say a long-winded question yesterday. I was like, well, I probably could have shortened it up a little bit.
It was a segment called "Long Question, Short Answer."
Yeah. No, it was funny.
There was another one of those.
Did you get to them all?
But I didn't include Mark's question about going to the Liberty Bowl.
Oh, well, the Liberty Bowl, obviously, Coach, in terms of 1995, for sure. If any of you've been to at all, maybe you don't know this in terms of history of ECU program football. 95 we went, and then we went back-to-back for sure, if any, in 2008 and 2009 for sure.
Cut two, Shirley. Here's the answer to that.
Well, it's my first trip to play Memphis at Memphis, but I'm excited for the next game. That's it.
All right. Asked and answered.
I hope he doesn't listen to
I
this
think
show.
Belichick answers.
He does very kind of
He
Belichick
does,
this
just-
week.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
If he doesn't want to talk about it.
It depends on the week.
Like when he was asked about a health update on Jaquan
very
McMillan
short
and
with
Josiah
Ivan.
Hatfield, cut 10, Shirley.
We'll see. I mean, I feel pretty optimistic that we'll have some of our guys back this week. So we'll just see how the week kind of plays out.
Pretty generic on that one.
Yeah.
So
And
doesn't
you
get
never
into
know what's
a lot
going
of
on,
injury
too. I
stuff.
mean, we were talking about this earlier today. Who knows? When he walks in there, you don't know what he's been dealing with all morning. And, he's getting pulled 100 different directions, and who knows what somebody did something stupid or whatever, or he got a call he didn't like, or lost a recruit or whatever. I mean, you never know what's happened right before it that could have put him where he's not in the happiest moods.
Or maybe
I don't think he was in a bad mood.
No, I don't think he was in a bad mood at all. I think he just knows where he stands with this program with 5 wins, and one more win gets them to a bowl game. And I think he knew that there was going to be questions asked today, and I think he already had it in his head how he was going to answer.
Yeah, and they may not be talking about it with the players a lot, but as you said, the players are talking about it. The coaches are obviously talking. It's kind of like I don't read or listen to anything in the media when they, come on.
But he's not giving the speech, like you said, of, all right, this is win number 6. This will get us to a bowl. Let's go win this one.
Right.
Because if they lose, I mean, just the pressure mounts.
And it may get the guys on a high, and then...
Which is why I'd like to see him go ahead and try and, take care of business at Memphis, which is going to be a tough challenge, and they're a big underdog, because it does take the pressure off at that point. Then all of a sudden, you're just kind of playing, I think, with house money and just have fun the rest of the season and enjoy yourself. And then you play even looser, maybe even play even better.
Oh, yeah. Coach Rupp always said, they don't want to see us loose. Seriously.
They don't want to see us loose?
They want to see us loose. When you're free, you're just flowing. They don't want to see us loose.
Don't want to see us loose.
Yeah.
All right, let's make somebody a winner right now and open up the Pirate Radio booty bag on a Wednesday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All righty, 317-1250. Shirley Rhodes, what are we giving away today?
A shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's.
Man, that sounds good right about now. What caller are we looking for?
Caller 12.
Caller 12, all right. Chandler, you can get back to your trash duties during this timeout. And we will be back with you on Pirate
Started
Radio
at the
Live.
bottom, now he's here.
We'll be back after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Doris Dillon of Winterville. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice-cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Taught a lot of Pirate hoops and football on today's program. We'll be with you Saturday at noon on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. That is a lie. We'll be with you at 8 a.m. Saturday because kickoff is at noon. See?
Got CD's Grill scheduled back for the studio food.
Fired
Had
up
lunch
about
there
that.
today, by the way. It was excellent.
Good stuff. Those breakfast biscuits and sandwiches are awesome.
It was chicken and pastry day today.
Nice.
I thought about getting it, and I went off the board a little bit.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it. It looked really good. I thought about it. I got a shrimp burger. I was craving the shrimp burger. And then I was like, well, I'm kind of a little extra hungry today. So I went shrimp burger and hot dog.
Wow, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Little surf and turf.
I like having a hot dog as a side.
That's how I do it. Yeah, that's right. It's almost kind
good.
of like an appetizer. I eat that first.
Oh, you go.
They're not huge. I mean, this is not. I'm not talking about a Coney Island foot long here. I mean, it's just a normal hot dog.
You get so defensive.
No, but I'm saying it was like
Nobody's saying
sounds
anything.
like a lot, but it wasn't. You know,
Nobody's
it was a
saying
normal amount of food, people.
Nobody is criticizing you.
You're extra hungry.
We actually said it was a good idea, and you're like,
who says? I know.
Don't throw up on me now.
But I'm just thinking about it. Pork and seafood is a bit of a unique combo.
Yeah, it's a weird surf and turf.
And it was the first time I've had their shrimp burger, and it was excellent. I got to tell you, it's one of the best shrimp burgers I've had.
Was it a good amount of shrimp?
And we go to the coast a lot, and I eat a lot of shrimp burgers down there. I'd say if I was blindfolded, I'd say I could be in Carteret County eating that thing.
You're pretty good, pretty picky. That's fair to say when it comes to food,
and
right?
I like the nice steamed bun that it comes with.
Do you go like slaw and any sauce on it?
You know what? You know me. I am picky.
Yeah.
And I ordered it the way it came.
Wow,
I did
proud
not
of it.
change it. It came with coleslaw and ketchup, just the way a shrimp burger should.
That's how it should be.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? Sometimes I like putting my own ketchup on, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna let them do it.
Was it
so they do it in the right order. So you get the shrimp, the ketchup, and then the slaw on top.
So
if I say
shrimp-
ketchup on the side, then it messes up the order. You don't want to put ketchup on top of slaw. You got to put the slaw on top
So
of ketchup.
that's the. Oh, never knew that.
So I let them do it. I didn't change a thing. I just said,
and it was the right amount of ketchup.
yeah, it was perfect. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little.
Because you know they got it. You know they're squeezing it out of like the perfect ketchup.
Right, exactly.
You know?
And they got the right angle. So sometimes you just got to let them do it.
Right.
Clip. That was a big step for me.
That was.
I am
I'm very
I'm
proud
a
of
big,
you.
I'll take this on the side guy.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? Y'all do it the way you do it.
You kind of
You're
build
the pros.
Yeah, you're a build your own burger guy. Give me everything on the side.
Yeah,
I'll build
I'm
it.
a builder.
Yeah, but I just had a feeling. I think I need to let them handle this. And it was the right choice.
Good call.
Thanks
Good
to my
call.
friends at CD's Grill.
All right, Bryce, let's get into Pirate Radio Outdoors. You texted me either today or last night and said, I got a good story
Today.
Hunting or fishing?
for Pirate Radio Outdoors.
Hunting story.
Yeah.
Let's
great
get
story.
into it.
So anyways, well, so Jay and I went hunting this morning. And
This morning.
Yep, this morning. And I mean, it was. So I'll get into it. So of course, Jay, he deer hunts, hasn't killed too many bucks, small, yeah. So I'm like, you know what, Jay's shooting today. It's the rut. I brought my gun, he brought his. But anyways, we get out there, we start walking to the stand. We were a little late, but I go, man, I'm just gonna probably just jump to the chase here. So we got to get in the box stand and we saw some does. Meandering around, kind of moseying, but it was
Doe a deer?
Doe a deer.
A female deer?
A female deer. Handful of them, right? Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this right, So as we're walking to the stand, I see, it's just enough sketch light as
What time is this?
It's probably like 6:25, so just enough where it's like you shouldn't be walking to your stand, you should already be in there. And I saw something shoot out of the woods.
What'd you say?
Shouldn't.
Okay. I was cussing.
Will you let him tell the story?
Shouldn't.
Thought he said the S word. I'm
No,
sorry.
and he shot out of the woods. And I threw my binos up, and sure enough, I knew it was a buck because he has his head down. I knew he was seeking, and but I didn't see any horns. So I was like, all right. Well, then we walk a little bit more. I'm still watching that corner, and sure enough, I see movement, a handful of does. And I said, "Daggum, Jay, we got to get in this stand now." And so we get up in there, and I'm like, "Well, shoot, let's focus on these does." And there's a handful of them. I said, "Go ahead and pick one out," because I didn't know where the deer had went that I saw initially. And so while he's trying to look for the does and everything, so he's got his rifle, and he can't get the bolt in. He said, "Man, I can't. I don't know what's up with my gun." So in the meantime, while he's doing that, I'm looking around, and to my right, I see another figure. Normally, bucks are darker than does. Then when they come out, you can tell they're a little darker. So I throw the binos up again, and
the what?
Binoculars.
Oh, okay.
And so I throw them up, and sure enough, he's probably pushing 250, 300 yards out, and throw them up, and then I see him raise his head up, and sure enough, woof. I said, "Oh crap, Jay!" I said, "Crap," and that's a shooter buck. That's a great buck. And in the meanwhile, he's still trying to mess with his gun, like he can't load one. And I'm like,
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I'm like, son of a gun, like, come on, like, what's going on? And sure enough, I knew that buck was going to get interested back in those does. Sure enough, he came back trotting away, doing his little thing. I'm like, daggum, what's the matter? And in the meantime, as that buck's making his way, he said, well, this is what the problem was. He accidentally grabbed the wrong ammo. He had a 30-06 rifle, but accidentally grabbed 30-30 ammo.
Oh, rookie move.
Well, that
amateur
just
hour.
You know,
Damn.
so I was like,
this guy ever
daggum.
hunted before?
I know. So I was like, well, daggum. I said, well, here, use my rifle. And sure enough, so that buck's making his thing, and sure enough, Jay's posted up, and he's like, it's fogging up on me. I'm like, goodness gracious. You know, the scope. And he kind of grabbed my jacket or something to try and like wipe the lens, but I'm sitting there like, getting it figured out. So
It's like Jerry Jones getting cleaning his sunglasses on his kid's shirt.
Yeah. And I'm like, son of a gun. Like,
I'm pretty sure that was his son-in-law.
Oh yeah, it was.
Which would be
very similar
the same
situation.
relationship soon.
Yeah,
with
right.
these people.
Yeah, so
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, so that's all happening, and he finally comes out in the clearing, and it's still like sort of sketch light. And this deer was right at 200 yards.
Sketch light being dark.
Like you could see, but you knew what was what, but it was just enough. But sure enough, comes the parents. Well, you on him? And he said, yeah, I'm on him. So I'm like, all right. So I kind of, they do that, to stop the deer. Maybe that's what they do. You just kind of stop them.
I didn't know that.
Because, obviously, you don't shoot them, run a deer. You could do it, but obviously the percentage is low. But anyways, he stops. Then Jay shoots, bam! Nothing. I'm like, oh crap. The does take off, but that buck's still sitting there. Staring, well, shuck one in there, and sure enough, he takes a breath. I said, well, aim for that high shoulder. Boom, and that son of a gun drops. And I didn't want to get too crazy because it's happened before. You shoot them, they drop, and they get back up and run. But man, I tell you what, once we got hands on that thing, it was like 640, 645, and we're already got a daggum buck down on the ground, and it was great.
How big was it?
Oh, you haven't seen it yet. It was on Instagram, but he was a stud 8-pointer.
An 8-pointer clip rock.
That's a nice size dir.
Yeah, and that's a better pick, Clip gonna say. But I think I was a little more fired up. I was more fired up than Jay was, but it was a good hunt. It was, and for it all to happen before 7 o'clock. I mean, my coffee was still hot
on a work day.
On a work day.
I thought you took the whole day off.
What a way to start the morning.
Where was
great.
this?
That was Greene County.
Oh, Greene County.
Greene County buck. But that's Jay's first. I think that outdoes the 9-pointer I shot last year. That's a really nice deer. So I think Jay's pretty. He's gonna get it mounted.
Who you have more fun with, hanging out with Jay or hanging out with Jay's daughter?
Different types of fun.
He just said Jay. This is honest.
Yikes.
Just kidding, babe. You're a great time.
What is the maximum distance, Bryce, you can shoot one of those things? That's 200, 250 yards. Sounds like a long ways.
That's a poke. So one time, the farthest I've ever shot a deer, and I ranged it, was 300 yards. This was 5 many years ago. But that story's actually pretty funny because I'm sitting there by the tractor in this open field, and I'm relieving myself, taking number one, and I'm like,
not a S,
not an S, number one, a P.
Look, it just came up in conversation.
We know what number one is. Thanks for explaining.
I'm sitting there by the tractor. I said, well, daggone, that's a deer. I said, get my rifle down.
Wait, what were you doing in the tractor before it?
No, I was just peeing behind the tractor.
No, but were you out there to hunt?
I was out there to hunt, but we were just surrounded by fields. Well, that's kind of just like a little shack or a little house.
Gotcha.
Where we meet up at.
Because this one kind of jumped up on you instead of you stalking.
Exactly. I was just sitting there taking a leak, and
we got that part, Bryce.
Well, and
number one.
And I said, well, shooting. I grabbed my rifle. Sure enough, poof, smoked it, and went like 20 yards.
Did you have to stop what you were doing to then,
I was still peeing.
No way.
No way.
Now that would be a story right there.
Just kidding.
Mid pee.
Because it's hard to stop once you start.
Exactly. It is.
I know what I'm talking about.
Maybe girls too.
Once you're full stream,
I can't imagine it's easy for them to stop either.
That'd be a hard shot. You ain't moving quick the way they be, Yeah.
So were you
standing?
Were you zipped up and everything?
I think so. I said, hold up, and grabbed the rifle, posted up on the tractor. Sure enough, smoked it. So
that would be the photo for Instagram.
Yeah,
him with his gun, with his zipper down.
We had to blur out the bottom image.
Yeah, but 300 yards as far as I've shot.
That's
any farther than that, I'm like, if it. I would probably do it depending on the circumstances. If it's like the last day of the season, I'm like, I'm gonna test this rifle out.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, but now shoot out west, they shoot elk. Well, whatever out west. I mean, it's 600 yards.
Damn.
I mean, they do it, but there's a lot of schematics. That the word with the wind and
that's got to be like military grade
for real. Oh yeah,
right?
they're doing ticks and getting adjusted. I got a spider on my microphone.
Dude,
I need to call. Just a little
squeeze it, kill it. You just killed it. No, kill it. Don't flick it.
Wait,
kill it,
Charlotte.
You just shot a deer.
You want me just
Squeeze
to press it?
No, squeeze it. Pinch it.
Let's go to break.
So it dies.
What is happening
God, you
right
can't even
now?
kill a spider and you just kill a deer.
He's tiny. I get big hands.
Here, I'm gonna shoot it.
Shoot it.
Hold your hand up, Bryce. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. Good. Congrats, Bryce.
Yeah, I tell you.
Is that him or his father?
He was the spotter, and it was his gun.
It was ended up using my gun.
Well, you must have really wanted him to get one because you could have easily took it.
I did. I was like, man, you know what? He hadn't shot one yet.
Well, you must have owed him a favor.
I'm actually gonna hold that. Well, my gun worked. I should have shot it, but it was a good time. I'm super excited. I still replaying it in my mind. I think he's done forgot about it, but I am.
Do you go hunting often on a work day?
It just depends. I mean, just if the fishing's right or Jay's.
I feel like that's like a Saturday, Sunday event.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to go when the moment's right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you're speaking as a hunter or?
As an outdoorsman, Clip. I'm outdoors a lot.
Yeah.
So I consider myself.
We were out of the woods I did a few other things out in the woods to try and scout. I put out a mock scrape just to sort of get an idea.
Did you lay some corn out the day before to kind of?
We did not. This was the first time we've hunted this field.
But it's Tricks Club.
It's a good. We didn't put any corn out, but it's a good setup. It's got thick woods leading to like a bean field, but it's like they've let the natural grasses come up.
Very nice.
A little watering hole there.
Shirley, can you go to break and make them think they're still in there?
They got
sure.
Okay, let's do
They got
that.
just like on Saturday night. Cut me off, and I'm still talking.
All right, we're back after this.
To some, that may just sound like ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But to a Bud Light legend, it's a signal that says it's time. Time to dust off the barbecue tongs and load up the cooler with 37 Bud Lights and an assortment of dips. Because it's time to take back all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. Let's take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby! I really missed this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
Pirate. Once a child wants to spell.
P is for pirate. R is for radio.
Speak and spell.
That is correct.
Radio.
You are right. I'm learning a lot, really.
Pirate.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report, the Dow was down 240 points at 36,079. The NASDAQ was also down 263 points at 15,622, and the S&P fell 38 at 4,646. That's a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. And 3 college football games coming up tonight in your Buck scoreboard. Toledo is at Bowling Green at 7 o'clock. Northern Illinois hosts Ball State at 7. And Kent State is at Central Michigan at 8 o'clock. And that is a look at your Buck scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. And you can follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule. And we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All righty, getting ready to wrap up a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. But before we do, let's get some predictions from these gentlemen, because this will be the last time we see them this week. Starting with, let's get Bryce Williams' weekly prediction. Bryce.
Well, Pirates, we know that part. I'm going to go, we've been averaging, 30-some points a game, I'd say. I'm going 35-28. Defense playing pretty good.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
35-28 Pirates. Troy D., how you feeling?
Unlike Bryce, I don't pick ECU just to pick ECU. I will go against the Pirates when I feel it's not going to happen. And I've gone by feelings this year, Clip, and just how I feel. I've been sleeping on this all week, and I got to tell you, I just feel it now. I feel the Pirates will be bowl eligible after this weekend. Pirates win in Memphis. They pull it out. Don't have a score for you, but they pull out a victory.
That would be a fun afternoon Saturday, curse-free, on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
Going to ECU over Memphis.
What's the channel?
Upset.
What channel we got on that game?
ESPN Plus.
It's a pluser.
I tell you what, I'm glad I got that membership. Shoot.
Comes in handy, right?
Time is what?
You almost slipped one by the goalie right there. Yeah. Careful, you're on probation.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I'm.
It's a nooner, Bryce.
A nooner, okay.
A nooner, buddy.
There you go.
So
you gonna watch it?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing this weekend?
That's the plan.
The deer stand
coming to. I mean, I'll plan on being in the woods in some form or fashion. Headed to Winston. Actually, this will be great because Anna will be driving. We're going to Winston about Saturday late morning. So
can you put the phone away? Can you put that down?
I know, honey, but
yeah, get used to it.
Man's got to do what he's got to
do. Bryce, enjoyed it, buddy.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, man.
See you next week.
Have a good weekend.
Troy D, we'll see you Monday.
Yes, Monday at 5.
All right, good deal. Chandler, Shirley, intern Presley. We'll see you fine folks Thursday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long.